And I was like, look, if you don't like it, there's plenty of other creators that you can go to that will feed you moon cheese all day long. I was like, go find Jdan, go find Bullish Babe, whatever. And then Jdan messaged me and was just like, hey, bro, I heard you've been talking shit about me. And I was just like, no, when people don't like what I have to say, I tell them to go watch your show.
I mean, he's not a dumbass. I will say that.
Oh, he knows what he's talking about, but also he doesn't understand macroeconomics. But I do know this. I watched his live stream the other day, and he finally was like, okay, macroeconomics plays a role. You know, that news plays a role. And that's all I was saying to him was like, hey, man, you need to, you know, understand that there's more to it than the charts. You got to zoom out sometimes, because crypto is such a low market cap compared to the stock market. It can be manipulated. And so even if something looks like it's going to be something, they can just flip the script on you and you get cooked. So you have to take into consideration those other factors. And he didn't like that I was basically schooling him. And there was a couple times where he was like going live and he was saying, oh, it's going crazy and make sure you know, and I went in there and I was like, hey man, it's dropping to this level, and then it would hit every single time. And so like he was tired of getting, like, I don't know, I wasn't like making fun of him or anything. I was just like trying to help people, you know. And I'm like, you can't just be like screaming moon cheese to high heaven. You know, you gotta be realistic.
Yeah, I just feel like it can go both ways sometimes. You know, like any single week something in the positive can come out too, and stays that way, and then people miss the bottom again. But that's what this is, though. This is like you're never gonna make money not taking risks.
Well, that's the idea, is you got to take high risk with a small amount and low risk with a large amount. And they just be like telling people, throw all your eggs in one basket, mortgage your fucking house at the top of the fucking cycle, bro. Like,
I mean, let's be real though, the housing market is definitely gonna crash.
oh, I know. That's why I'm trying to sell my property now.
Somebody was arguing with me in one of my lives the other week, and he was basically saying that, crypto was overvalued. And I was basically telling him, well, first of all, the stocks are more overvalued than crypto. And then second, if anything is going to massively crash, it's going to be real estate.
Everything is overvalued right now. Absolutely everything.
I feel like tech company stocks like Nvidia are nowhere near overvalued.
Dude, that's exactly what happened during the .com boom, is what you're saying right now.
But who's valuing it though? Like, who decides what something is?
Just like XRP, what's valued is the speculation that something's going to do something. But then
Nvidia is making better graphics cards each year, and people like myself will keep buying them. So.
And I get that, but at the same time, it doesn't cost as much as their, you know what I mean? And like their profits can only be so much. They can only charge so much for a graphics card.
I mean,
real quick, that's the issue. The market decides, and as long as you continue to pay that high price, and they know you will, then it is overinflated. It is too much for what you're buying. So that's kind of the blind. You just said right now, oh, I'm going to keep buying it anyways. So what they're going to do is like, well, these stupid people will buy it at a high price. We'll keep raising it because they'll keep buying it.
Right.
I mean, technology is always going to be one of those things,
Dude, even the IT guy says that shit's too expensive, don't buy it.
I mean, maybe I just think differently. I mean, I'm also like part of the younger generation, so
See, that's the thing is, I've seen this happen. It, the story never changes, bro. It's the same fucking story over and over and over again. History doesn't repeat itself, but it rhymes. Hi, Jesse. Glad to have you here. Welcome to the fray.
I wasn't happy Josh was getting too comfortable in what he was saying, and he was wrong, so I had to say something. Sorry, Josh.
Hey, you know, we'll see. At least I know for once I was telling everybody before all this shit started crashing. So.
Oh, damn it. He got me. Dude, I had him too. I needed one more bullet.
Yeah, something really interesting. If you mark the zone on here. Honestly, Oz, I think if XRP does go under $1, I think that it's gonna be too cooked.
And that's another issue is like, if XRP goes under $1, why does Ripple want to use, why would it want to use XRP when it can literally just use RLUSD and just bypass native tokens altogether? You know, so there's that as well. So I think based off speculation, because we're still in a speculative state, XRP has a potential to get another run out of it, and it can either do something crazy because of adoption or just be completely cooked because nobody will need it. And I think that that's the direction we're headed, man, is we don't need that shit. Native tokens are old tech.
Companies might, I mean, it's still going to be used.
But for what? They don't need it.
I think it was just a way to get people dump their money. I'm sorry, like, it's a scam. Like, they're just like, oh, let's make them think it's gonna go up, and then people panic sell. And then they're like, oh my god, it's dropping, and then they buy the top. It's just a scam to get as much money as they can to put it in something they really want to. Then if you can't see that, you're gonna get scammed too.
Exactly. You got to wake up to the fact that the technology is adapting and changing, and it's becoming more like the banking system is now because of adoption, because of institutions getting into it, and it's going to mirror what we already have now, and it's going to be stable coins, man. That's what they're pushing for. Look at what Coinbase literally just did. You have to have a membership. That's what you have at a bank. You have to pay your monthly membership fee at the bank, and you have to pay, you know, your overdraft fees, which is basically switching from coins. And, you know, you collect what, 2 to 5% APY on a savings account. That it's just banking as usual, but digital, so there's no cash. So they can track every fucking thing we do. They can basically tax everything we do. They can make it so that paper money goes away. And we're all just cheering it on.
This store today that I went to was offering 4% discount on cash purchases.
Right.
It's like,
They
goddamn.
want you to get rid of the cash. That's why.
Right.
They want, even in a lot of places, in like, because we're out in California, LA, there's no cash. You cannot pay with cash. And people
Really?
are like,
Can't pay?
oh, yeah.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
oh, people, they're you know, watching us. They've already been watching us. You don't think everything you do, I mean, your phone reads your mind. They're already watching and paying attention. They're getting rid of the cash, and they want to discount it. Like, oh, if you pay cash, you get this percentage off. They don't want you to have the cash in your hand. They want you to use credit.
Yes, and
It's scary they can even do that. Like,
every sporting event
illegal currently.
is cashless now.
Yeah, they're getting you.
And that's where it starts. if they test it out in sporting events. And I'm sorry, but that's what we're headed towards, is a digital cashless society. It doesn't benefit us in any way to do crypto. And that's why I'm going to go on that podcast and I'm going to basically tell them how I feel, and that the only way that I'm going to be for crypto is if they create a crypto constitution that keeps the power in the hands of the people and doesn't allow government overreach. But you know damn well that ain't gonna happen. But I'm still gonna say it.
The whole point, but that's what I'm saying. The whole point is, if everything is digital, at any time, your government can pull the plug.
Yep.
All your shit is gone. And then you are completely dependent on the government. That's where all of this is headed.
Look at COVID in Canada when the truckers did their protest. Canada literally debanked all of them and shut them down to where they couldn't do anything. And because they had cash, they couldn't do anything about it. And people were, you know, sending them cash. But if they get rid of cash, then they can't do. There's nothing that they can do, and they can literally shut down a protest.
Yep.
And that's the direction we're headed. I'm sorry, but nothing good is coming from crypto.
And the American government doesn't do things for the American people. They do things for the government. And
Exactly.
I would not put it past them to be like, oh, you don't want to do what we're going to do? Poof, your money's gone. Do you want something? You better come to us and ask. And we'd have to be these loyalists and fucking fascist bullshit, and that's where we're heading. That's the whole point. That's why he's pushing crypto so hard. He doesn't want you to have cash. He doesn't want you to be self-sustaining. He wants you to come forward with your hands out, hoping for some kind of, you know, what do you call it? Help or whatever. Like, that's where we're headed. And crypto, that can be taken from you at any time. It's digitalized.
Oh no, I mean, I agree with it. I'm just here to make money. That's like my thing.
And that's where I'm at with it, is like, but you're not making any money when you're spreading or helping other people, when you're spreading this idea that everything's sunshine and rainbows, just keep buying the dip, you know? You're doing everyone a disservice. We got to be realistic in what is happening and zoom out.
My only counter to that is they've been able to do it with regular bank accounts. So to like push it on, they need crypto to do this is just kind of false.
I'm trying.
They've always been able to do it.
You gotta buy fast for that zone, yeah.
It's like open market. Same with stocks.
Oh shit.
Are you done? There's people everywhere.
I mean, look at BlackRock. They started buying Bitcoin again. So it's like.
And think about it. BlackRock, you know, Michael Saylor, they're willing to take a loss just to make sure that people accept it. They need it to happen.
I think it's wild that people are like, BlackRock did this. BlackRock moves in private. And if they leaked that information, it was intentional. Because they work behind the scenes. They're the shadow behind the people. If you believe they're out here giving you information on purpose, no, they're leaking that information because they want you to think that. And I really think people don't understand how BlackRock has functioned, because it's not even BlackRock. There are people behind BlackRock that are controlling BlackRock.
If BlackRock loses hundreds of billions of dollars now, but long-term crypto gets adopted and basically they have control of everyone and their money and can track every sale, they win.
I mean, I don't disagree with that. I just think they've already been able to do it with bank accounts, so I don't see why it's like only they can do it. Only
Because people still have cash money. The idea is to get rid of cash altogether.
But they don't need crypto to do that, though. They can do it with the regular banking system and just get rid of cash.
And that's why there's still that possibility that adoption already happened and crypto's just a scam, another way to get money off the street.
Exactly.
There's a bomb right
We're gonna
there.
find out pretty soon enough. But I think just as much as I could be wrong, everybody else could be wrong too. And like I said earlier, there's like plenty of biases out there, and in fact, information that goes for both.
I mean, for me, it's easy. Just look at the idea of what do they want to accomplish, and you know, 1 + 2 = 3, 2 + 2 = 4. It's so simple to me. We know exactly what's happening and what direction it's headed. The question is are we going to cheer it on just to make our bags pump, or are we going to do something about it?
He has a good point, though. We really don't know, and he's right. You know, factual information is relative based on bias. From what I've read and from what I've seen that's released from the White House, they stop releasing reports of how the money gets spent. They stop releasing the reports about unemployment. They don't want you to know what they're doing, which is a very dangerous precedent. That's why a lot of people are leaning towards this is all a scam. Because not only has he rugged crypto, Jesus, I don't know how many times, and his sons, he knows it's a scam. He's pulling out as much money as he can.
Yeah,
But
they're
it's
just
one of those-
extracting liquidity.
And that's all they're doing to get, and also at the same time being like, you need to get rid of cash. It's so wasteful. That's starting with the penny, and it'll eventually reach its way all the way to the dollar. And once it does that, they have full control over everything.
Right.
And that's just how it works.
It doesn't happen overnight. It's a slow, it's frogs in a pot. You know, if you throw frogs into a boiling pot of water, they're going to jump out. But if you throw them in the water and you slowly turn up the heat, eventually they boil and cook to death.
I think the bigger problem here is a certain country I'm not gonna name. 'Cause,
You drinking too much juice, bro. Put the juice box down.
A lot of countries are a problem, but ours in particular are a fucking disaster. We are going to crash and burn because of that idiot. And it wouldn't have mattered, honestly, to be fair to the Cheeto in chief, it wouldn't have mattered who was in office. We were going to crash anyways. He's just speeding up the
Exactly.
process by about 10 years. So it wouldn't have mattered either way. But
My
our
hope was
country-
that by voting for him, it would basically get him off the playing board. You know what I mean? Deal with him for 4 years and then be done with him and not have to hear his fucking name anymore. But
Yeah,
what
well, you tell that to my grocery bills that are about $500 more than they were last year this month.
you know what's crazy is like we were all sold this idea that he was going to fix the economy, he was going to fix the stock markets, he was going to fix, you know, the wars, he was going to deal with immigration, and the only thing that he's done is deport people, pretty much. Everything else he's pretty much screwed up.
Yeah, we told you. Y'all didn't listen. You're like, no, cheaper this. Yeah, how'd that fucking work out for you?
Yeah, nothing
Everyone
got
was
cheaper.
screaming, we needed a third. Everyone was like, oh no. I'm like, you guys, the only thing he's done is made inflation worse, unemployment ridiculously high. He's not helped one war, he started wars and has been paying for fucking Israel to lead a genocide. And the only thing he's good at doing is ripping apart families, kidnapping children who are U.S. citizens, deporting U.S. citizens, and y'all voted for that shit.
He started a civil war. Look at what it is now. We literally have ICE getting arrested by sheriff's departments. If that's not civil war, I don't know what is. It's the state versus the federal government. The problem is in the first civil war that we had, is the federal government was the good guys. Now it's the opposite, is where the federal government is the bad guys, and the federal government was meant to be there to keep the states from overreaching, and now the federal government's overreaching. Who's going to protect us from the state? Because the state's overreaching too. We're cooked.
I think another country basically controls what happens over here.
Josh. Well, we're not on TikTok, bro. You can say whatever you want to say.
I'll bet. Yeah, I was gonna say that I think Israel controls all of our politicians and everything. It's pretty
Thank
obvious.
you. Thank you. Somebody gets it. Oh my god, I'm so fucking tired of hearing that they're fucking. Oh no,
You
poor
know what's
Israel. Fuck them.
you know what's crazy is that's a bipartisan thing. Even Big Baller agrees with that, and he's as far right as it comes. So
I wouldn't argue that it's I don't think it's a one-sided thing. I think specifically younger people are waking up to that, but I think the whole reason why we have so many problems is literally because of Israel. Because, like, first of all, they made our current
well, look
taxing
at
system.
Erica Kirk, her whole Shabbat Shalom. That's a psyop, 100%. Like,
But everything, like every news company, all the news who are on the news, also from Israel. I can keep going. Everything is owned by Israel, and like especially how they lie to Christians.
even Hollywood, man. Like, and Israel's kind of run everything in the entire world for years. I was watching this. I was watching this thing about how they were talking about how Israel needs the U.S. economy to collapse if they're going to become the new world superpower, and I think that's the direction that they're headed. They want to become the new leader of the free world.
I mean, that's what they've been trying to do.
Exactly, and they're never going to stop. They see the difference between us and them is it's a crusade for them. It's a holy war. How do you win a fight? Is you give the people that are fighting something to believe in. You know, a reason to go off and. So it's a crusade, which means that we're cooked because we don't have we're bifurcated. We're not together working in unison. They're gonna get us. We're gonna lose.
I think Trump had I think the problem is I think right now he's being told what to do. I'm not gonna lie.
100, or he's being manipulated, and he's so stupid he doesn't even know.
Because the thing is like when he ran on his first term, he was like different, and I like also the thing is like they keep. First of all, the thing that pisses me off is he says that he ended the war, but
No, he didn't.
I'm still seeing pictures, right? Like that's a lie. But then I told us a TikTok seller earlier today because the White House posted today. What did I say? I have to pull this up again. It was pretty interesting. I think I give it to him another year, and if nothing changes within like another year, then we're definitely cooked.
Josh, do you believe in the Bible?
I've been doing a lot of research about some things that don't make sense anymore.
Exactly. I like him. I know I give you a hard time, Josh, but you're the future, and my kids and you that are similar in age are our only hope. We need you to see the whole picture. I know it's like millennials and Gen X, they get tunnel vision, but you guys are our only hope. That's it. Millennials, we're tired. We raised menaces to society, and we hope it's worth it. But, take everything with a grain of salt. The Bible, the government, liberals, Republicans, you and TikTok seller are all we got, man.
No matter what happens, you should always be looking over your shoulder and trying to think, what's the angle? How am I being manipulated?
Well, what I think is, I do believe that there is a God. I'm not saying the whole Bible is fake, but a lot of it is pretty fabricated. A lot of things don't make sense. I think people should start asking more questions, honestly.
Agreed. And that's why I do what I do, man. Turn you all into critical thinkers.
But the White House, they posted, they issued a warning.
Shit. I got sniped.
To Israel for violating gas ceasefire in Gaza. They said if you want to ruin your reputation because you don't abide by agreements, be our guest, but we won't allow you to ruin President Trump's reputation after broke with the deal with Gaza, which is basically them now admitting that there is still war in a sense.
Dude, that war's been going on for thousands of years. I said this before. Do you really think Trump's just going to stop it with a swipe of a pen?
It's less about the war, though, in particular, because it's a whole big distraction, because, like, Christians, they defend Israel because they think they're on their side.
They're not.
The guy that says this, but total different religion.
Israel looks after Israel. They don't give a shit about anyone else. They will take everyone's money and save themselves.
But the thing is, they control everything, though, and like that's what people need to realize. And so, like, same thing. Like, I would say even with, I mean, look at the porn sites.
But who gave them that power? We all did. We're all responsible. We let them, we inflated them, and now we're all paying the price for it. Now, not us, I'm talking about the boomers and Gen X, but what I'm saying is that they pretty much handed over, all the countries handed over everything to them, and we made them what they are. Now they think they're untouchable and infallible.
I think America can go on a great run, only because I'm seeing like more and more people posting about Israel now. Like it's getting out there. So,
And that's the difference is we now have decentralized media with social media. So
this is, yeah, what I was going to say is I like Elon Musk because if it weren't for X, a lot of this stuff wouldn't come out. Like, a lot of people hate him. I don't really understand why. I'm sure some people might have some of their reasons. But when it comes to being...
what happened to TikTok seller? Is he on a bathroom break?
He's AFK.
I don't know. I think they lied about that part of the history too, but...
Let me eat in peace.
Here's my thing about Elon Musk is, even if he has good intentions, he's still paving the way for total control.
Didn't you hear the quote that he wants to save the world, but he's the only one he wants to save it? And that kind of mentality is who he is. I believe truly that he does want to make the world better, but only if he's allowed to do it.
TikTok, here comes the gas. Here comes the gas.
Probably under his terms as well, you know?
Exactly.
I don't know. I found it sus when they kicked Elon Musk off of the OpenAI.
I like Elon, but you can see, obviously, it kind of has to be, I guess, same narrative that Trump has, where he's wants everything done the way he wants it done when he wants it done.
Why do you think him and Trump butted heads? Because they both have to be the savior of the world, and only one of them can do it.
I mean, as long as they, I think the problem right now is I think that Trump got compromised somewhere between like the half point of his second term.
Look at Trump when he did the tariffs. The only set in stone tariff deal that we have right now is the deal with Israel, and that was the first deal made.
I think we need to shed light on that, because I think if we get rid of Israel, I think a lot of things could change. But that's going to be dependent on people, because look at the UK, right?
Are you saying glass of juice?
Glass of juice.
Did you just say glass of juice?
No,
That's what I heard.
Hey, Oz, you playing COD by yourself right now, or?
I mean, TikTok seller is supposed to be playing. Why, you want to hop on?
If you got space, I'm back on already.
Yeah, we got space.
UK,
I'll send you an invite.
people that they can't
join.
work if they don't get digital ID. But I think what people need to realize is that if they just all don't get it, then it doesn't work. But
Yeah, but people are sheep. You know that. Like, there's certain things I won't have in my house because I'm not going to bow into peer pressure, but it doesn't matter what the 5 of us do when everyone's willing to do it, because well, everyone else is doing it. If we all stopped working for one whole day, we could get the government to bend their knees. But will everyone do it? No.
Nope, because they're all fucking
Not a chance.
poons.
And everyone's just gonna follow what everyone else does. Well, I won't get paid that day. Fuck you. If everyone didn't go to work one day, the government would be pleading for help. But we can't do it. Nobody wants to. Everyone's so divided in this country and the world that everyone's like, well, if we do this, it's fuck you to the other side. Well, if we do this, it's fuck you to that side. We're so fucked up right now. And I think you're right with Trump. I think he has dementia. I think he's being lied to. He's being manipulated like a puppet, but he's still a fucking moron. If you heard him speak, he said groceries like 7 times in 1 minute, like he didn't know what the word was.
No, I think he's compromised because of the Epstein files, and that's where the Jews got him. You know, because because we know that there's you know, Israeli assets and Mossad agents involved with all of that. We know that it's all kinds of like foreign diplomats and country leaders that are all in on that. So I think that that's what it all boils down to.
Well, my question is, are they really just... I mean, I found out the other day that they want to now be able to deport people who are literally Americans just for talking about the same shit we're talking about right now, which is real fucking crazy.
Yes, he said that. He said that. Trump said that if you don't agree with him, that you shouldn't be in this country. If you have which is fucking wild. He wants to get rid of anyone who has dual citizenship. If you don't claim complete loyalty.
A couple weeks back, they mentioned something about like removing the freedom of speech because it's a dangerous thing to have. He said, where we
I heard that,
going
yeah.
around saying everything we want to kind of say.
He said that, yeah,
That's
that people
fucking
don't
nuts.
really want it. They just think they want it. That's what he said.
And this is why we need the Second Amendment. The Second Amendment protects the First.
The thing is, though, we really don't have anybody else to vote for, which is why people gotta expose this shit, because voting for somebody isn't gonna solve all these problems.
It doesn't matter who you vote for. It's a uniparty
Burn
now.
it all down. Start a revolution. Burn it all down, and we'll start all over again with the new generation.
We
That's
gotta
what I
start playing Call of Duty in real life, I guess. That's what it seems like. But no, everyone's a bunch of poons, you know what I mean? No one's even willing to do anything. The only thing that people care about is pumping their bags, or, you know, I mean, people are just struggling to fucking put gas in their tank and food on the table. And they're keeping the cheese on a string just enough to let you get a little bite so that you think that things can get better, but they never do. And it keeps people pacified, but they still keep marching in the direction that they want to head.
I mean, see, this is the thing for me, is like, the only reason why I'm so even like interested about this whole market thing and crypto thing is that, you know, like, now that I know how basically all this shit works, I'm just like, yeah, I mean, I'm gonna admit I'm just here to make money, and I don't really give a shit what happens outside of that. Because, like, also, at the same time, I also know that nothing changes unless people actually start speaking up about the problems that there are. So it's not just on, like, one person, per se.
And that's what I'm trying to do here, bro. Like, I'm trying to be the voice speaking up. I'm really hopeful that someone hears my voice on Wednesday, I think it is. Because no one else is doing it, you know? And it's really sad to see that no one cares.
I just think that the people who are only ever talking bad about crypto, they're trying to project the whole world's problems on one specific thing. And, like, that's the only thing that I don't like about it.
We disagree. I don't like crypto for many different reasons. It is especially not just in this country, but in others. It is just a tax on people, and I'm sorry, no government wants the middle class or the poor to make $1 million. They do not want that, and in no way would they ever support something like that. It is a tax on people who don't know any better, who think, oh, I can make quick, easy money, or you're literally making the money on people's downfall, which is already evil in itself.
Exactly.
But at some point, they are going to take all of that from you. You're going to wake up one day and your balance will be zero. And you try to pull it out of that cold wallet, the second they see it, gone. Because they don't want you to be rich. There is a 1% for a reason, especially in this country. And
Or
if
they-
you truly believe that you'll ever be part of it, you're delusional.
Yeah, it seems more likely that they'll get everybody to invest into these native tokens, and then they'll basically say, oh, we're regulating that native tokens are trash. We don't need the technology. They all go away, and we're all using stable coins. That seems like the most likely scenario. And everyone's going to get stuck holding a bag of worthless coins that do nothing.
I mean, but look at the stock market, though. I mean, look at all the older people. Their entire fucking life is in the stock market.
Where are we going,
So,
bro?
again, you know,
They're gonna get fucked too. That's the point. The point
But-
is, in the last 10 years of this government has been given more and more and more power to the government. And the stock market will be the last thing to fall. And then everyone's gonna be like, oh no, the stock market. No, we've had the stock market crash many of times. The point is, will it get back up this next time? And that's gonna be up for debate.
They may just abolish it altogether.
no,
Think
They
about-
don't
I
want
guess
you
I'm
to
just,
own anything.
I'm not
You'll
that
own
negative
nothing
of a
and you'll be
person.
happy.
That's just the way I am. I think I'm pretty confident that all this shit is gonna get exposed and some good is gonna come out of it here soon.
Sweetheart, I'm a millennial. I've been thinking the same thing my whole
Fuck.
life, and here we are. The same goddamn thing over and over and over.
There's a care
Nothing
package on the
gets
roof.
better. It only gets worse.
I mean, what? I mean, you know, besides, there's just really nothing else you can do. I mean, like, still learning the skill of like trading stocks and crypto. I still think people should do it because, I mean, if everything goes to shit, then, you know, there's nothing anyway. But at least you're doing something.
I totally get that, but you know what's weird is that people like me, I got a call about 2 months ago. I grow food, right? So I don't go to the store for certain things, but someone reported me. And what ended up happening was the electricity company came out because I work off of a well. They're like, well, what are you using that's extra electricity? To make sure
For
that I
real?
wasn't growing anything I wasn't supposed to. And they were like, oh, do you plant, you know, what about these plants? And I was like, well, they're not that much. And I just blamed it on we had extra air conditioners, but they're trying to control every aspect.
They think you're
Everything.
growing pot.
No, they would out here, like if you use just a little bit too much electricity, they'll come out and see why. They want to know why. What are you doing? Are you growing your own food? You're not supposed to, we don't want you doing that. It's fucking wild.
I thought that you're allowed to use all the electricity you pay for. Did they seriously
No.
check in California?
That's not green.
check-
Well, they'll regulate, yeah, they'll regulate how much you're consuming.
I mean, that's not a thing over here in Iowa, but that's crazy.
Yet
Oh, California, man. They're on another level.
See, this is my thing though. Because there's so many younger liberals
Dude.
specifically that were like going on TikTok saying Gavin Newsom should become president, and I'm like, well, like California. And I know there's this whole conspiracy because everybody says that because they don't even live there, right? I get that, but and it's not just California, but like it is kind of overreaching, and I'm sure like. Obviously, I mean, if you put somebody on the other political aisle in that state, they wouldn't fix shit either. So that's not my point, but like it's still crazy.
I will vote for Gavin Newsom to be friends for president. 100%. I will rather stick with the evil I know than the evil I don't. I'm sorry. I'm not saying he's perfect, but my kids, the school systems got exponentially better out here. More funding for books, more funding for upgrades. I mean, you guys don't see it because you're not in California, but everyone is entitled to health care. And even if you can't afford it, he'll make it so you can. And people like, oh, it's illegal immigrants. No, it's the citizens of California. So he's done a lot for this state. And I've not agreed with all of his policies. But again, I'd rather stick with the devil I know.
Where's the money coming from, though? Like that's
We're the 4th largest economy in the world. Most of the country gets your agriculture from, guess what, California. Your meat from, guess what, California. Not only that, we
Damn
have
it.
Silicon Valley. We sell the best technology that
Silicone?
we can get in the United States.
Silicon Valley? I think it's silicone. There are a bunch
it
of
is
fake titties out
taxes,
there.
though. Like if you look into it, they cut something to fund the other. Like that's all these administrations do.
But a lot of us here are willing to pay that tax. The schools are better. Our roads are paid. Like we have access to
California's roads are
everything here.
terrible.
We're talking, yeah, but
They're the
out here we
worst
live
in the
middle of nowhere.
country.
Well, because it's in the city, what I'm talking about. But it's all the same. Like I feel like there's an advantage here, and being one of the 4th largest economy, not the States, 4th largest economy, is because we have deals with everybody and we don't isolate people.
No, it's because of
And we
all the
don't treat
land
people
and what's
differently.
produced.
We have a lot.
Don't hate me for saying this, but I don't think that a healthcare system for everybody would work. Like I've crunched the numbers multiple times. It just doesn't work.
Well, look at everything that's
It actually
privatized
does.
is cheaper. Everything that the government has their hands in is more expensive.
Actually,
Well,
I've
you
done
know-
the research. All we have to do is cut. Okay, so the federal government, when it budgets out, 70% of that goes to the military. If we took 10% of that and put it into universal health care, everyone could have it. Every single person. Actually 7%. All they would have to do is cut 7% from the military budget and not buy fucking sushi every fucking day, and everybody in America could have universal health care.
Just one of those care packages to Israel would cover it.
Thank
So-
you.
Can we at least agree though that these medical companies are
Damn.
They're
They
evil.
are, dude, it's not
Damn,
like
Baller is killing it right now.
in profit. Like when you go to
Savage, bro.
shit, you get taxed.
Oh
The
no!
problem is like the medical shit only costs so much because it's overpriced, and then they lie and say, "Oh well, if we lowered the prices, we couldn't afford to pay our staff," which is bullshit. Because if you actually look at the numbers, there's only a couple people who are profiting off of everybody being sick. So
And those are the people who don't want universal health care because big pharma makes a huge amount of money, and that's what made me upset that Trump is now partnered with Pfizer to make their own kind of medication to sell to people. And if we were to get universal health care, they would not be able to gouge everybody like they are now. And not only that, everyone would have health care. No one would have to go to the fucking ER and have a $10,000 bill when they get out that they're never going to be able to pay.
well, I mean, the interesting part is that Pfizer's an Israeli company, so
Oh my god. It all
And
boils.
that's why Trump
Everything
is
boils
partnered
down
with
to
them.
Israel, man. It's kind of crazy.
but it's not even just Trump
They're,
though. It's
God's
like
people.
everything is. I don't know if that's true. I don't think they are.
No. I mean, that's what they go by, obviously, you know?
Well, but
Just
they
to
only
kinda
do
get
that to
their
trick the
way.
Christians, though. They're not.
Friendly loadout
Yeah.
drops on the way. Your squad paid for your release.
I'm
Get
so
ready
glad
to
your guys'
redeploy.
generation sees through the whole Israeli bullshit, because we've been trying to say it, but nobody listens to the millennials, but you guys get it.
Well,
and
for so long, it was like if you
support.
said anything, you were like a Nazi for saying it.
Oh, you were an anti-Semite. I got called that a lot, and I'm like, no, I'm just anti-bullshit.
Dude, I got sniped.
Yeah.
I don't
Dude,
know,
he's
I
been
think
just sitting there
first
watching that
thing
loadout box.
that needs to be done is these medical companies need to be
They were both up there.
Dude.
the prices will come way down for medical shit.
The 1% controls it. People like Trump. That's why he pushed this whole bill. And it's gonna literally triple everybody's health care by not allowing them to get affordable health care. And so we're gonna be in a almost
Oh, dang.
I mean, I think the only saving grace we would have now is if Israel gets exposed. That's what I think.
I mean, it's happening, but I don't
don't
think
think,
anyone does anything about it.
The UN won't allow it. They won't let them get exposed.
But they are though.
As we need the boomers and the Gen
Oh,
Xers to
deny,
disappear.
deny. even if they do get exposed, you know.
I mean, that's what
Well,
Trump does.
Okay,
You know, I think Trump would have been a good president if he didn't get compromised by the Jews.
You're losing ground.
he compromised himself.
The goddamn
thing is-
He
pedophile.
shouldn't have diddled children.
Even if he's not a pedophile, he
The
fought to
hoax.
protect pedophiles. So before we go down the good president road, he's no better than Bill Clinton, Gates. He's not better than the Prince whatever. He's a fucking pedophile, or he protected pedophiles. He's a piece of shit.
And like I said this before,
JFK, so.
I forget what I was gonna say now. I've said it before though. I gotta go to the bathroom. I'll be right back.
I don't know. I think if he was in the files, they would have used it a long time ago. But
They've been using it, but okay, hear me out. Okay, fine, he's not in the files. Why was he fighting so hard to keep them out when there's pedophiles in that fucking folder? So either he's a pedophile or he protects pedophiles. There's no
Yeah.
win-win situation. There's just no win situation. He's a fucking disgusting human being. That's the either way you think of it. And they're not just letting photos of just him out. They're showing photos of everybody. Everybody. And
Well,
so
I'm not disagreeing with you. I just don't like the way that like the liberals were portraying that it was like that, you know, it was like him being in there, because I don't think that he did anything there. But also like it was kind of weird how, because he said he was going to release them and then he wasn't. But what I think happened is like there were certain people in here that were going to get affected if it went out, so they like tried to control him not to release it. That's what I think.
but well, what's the right thing to do? What would be the right thing to do? Because there are so many survivors that don't get their day because this motherfucker decided to protect pedophiles. Although I believe he is one, 100%, but if he's not, he still chose to protect pedophiles. And I don't care what side of the fence they're on, they all need to be accountable for it.
That is true, but I think it's easier said than done as far as like leaders of the world, I guess, of the states, you know. So
Well, I honestly like Russia. I'm gonna fucking get
I
slandered.
think
for
it's
this,
just
but-
too many bad apples that have done too many bad things that it's kind of hard to undo or to kind of bring to the light, or at least you don't want to be that person that does bring it to the light, you know.
And I agree. That's why we
Way
need
too much
people like
backlash.
TikTok Seller and Josh, the younger generations that aren't tainted, to start all over, burn it all down, and let these younglings control the country, because all these old ones are disgusting, dirty human beings. Period.
Dude, I was thinking about running for, what was it? I wanted to run for district in our bigger city here, but you have to be like a certain age.
Aren't you 18?
Yeah, but you have to be like 20 something, and then governor, it's even older, way older.
That's bullshit. Those laws need to be changed. People who make laws for a future they're not going to live in should not be able to make laws.
Well, look at all the people who are in the Supreme Court, and they're the same people who have been in there for forever, which means one, they
That's
can
what
hide all this shit.
Exactly. I'm right there with you on that one. That should be like a 2-term thing, and they should not be able to sit there for the rest of their lives.
Yeah,
Right, and then Americans like, oh, I'm glad we have term limits. I'm like, we really don't. People that matter don't have term limits.
Exactly.
Looking it up right now.
I'm gonna do quads
Well-
so that we can bring in new people to get them
Wait,
to
hold on, let me
join.
join the back house.
In
You gonna
Iowa,
join?
We have the largest
I'm going
cancer
back.
problem out of any other state, and there's literally Democrats and Republicans running for governor, and they're both lying out their ass because they're like, if I get elected, I'm gonna spend all of our budget resources to figure out what the problem is. And I'm like, bitch, we already know what the problem is. Our governor signed a bill protecting the big industries, specifically the farming industries, because they put shit into basically they dump the waste into the water, and specifically like Iowans like we get cooked by it. And so what it is they're protecting the bigger companies, and now they want to waste even more of our money, claiming that they're gonna figure it out. But we already know, but none of them are gonna do anything about it.
Yeah, they're both lying. They're both absolutely lying. They know the problem. They have no intention of fixing it, just putting a pretty bow on it, and hopefully you guys don't notice.
Corporate greed.
I don't have anybody to vote for governor because all the options are like completely terrible, and like everybody always runs on the water issue in Iowa, but nobody ever does shit about it.
Same in California.
Burn it all down, damn it. Revolution. It starts right now if everyone gets on board. Just burn it all down.
Yeah, you have to be 30 to run for governor in Iowa.
You know, it only takes 5 people to really do something tactically. People think it takes an army. 5 people can do a lot of damage.
True.
How many we got in here? 6?
5.
All it takes.
I mean, Oz, you heard me when I was on that panel when you had whatever her name was, up the Stand with Crypto thing, where I was saying like people should be allowed to pay for shit with either cash, crypto, or their regular bank account. Like it shouldn't be limited to one thing.
Right.
To pay with what they want.
And that's why I'm pushing for like a crypto constitution, something that is a type of regulation that makes it so the government can't overstep, just like we have, you know, for our laws that govern us, same for our money. So it protects the people from government overreach. But everyone wants regulation so that institutions can come in and run the show. Like, that's not what we need. We need regulation that keeps institutions and governments from overstepping.
But what did I tell you? It's not about the people. They don't care about the people. It's about protecting the government and the banks.
Right.
And that's all this leads down to.
And the people are cheering it on because they're hoping that it pumps their bag. It's terrible.
I mean, I don't really see it that way personally. I guess that's just me though. But
Oh man, I miss when I had dreams and aspiration and didn't see the world for what it was. It must be so nice because the world fucking sucks, and when you get to that point, you'll see what we're talking about.
For real.
I don't know. I just think it's a little bit like not everybody's gonna win. That's just how the game is. But I genuinely noticed when I got shit on. But it's just same with stocks. Like I just think that it's not a. I think free markets is not necessarily a bad thing.
It's like George Carlin said, it's a big old club, and you ain't in it. And we
Yep.
are not the 1%, nor will you ever be. And so you are just a pawn in their game.
Even if you become a millionaire or a billionaire, dude, you're still not in the club.
Well, that's exactly my point. Like you taking $1 million or even $1 billion from the market, you're not taking shit, which is my whole point. But the thing that people need to understand is like it's not saturated. Like I will never be a communist or socialist because one, it doesn't work, and like also if you take away capitalism, then there's not really a point to live anymore. But I think there's like overreach, like specifically with the medical industry. It's like you have to have some sort of things like the Constitution so people don't overstep.
Exactly. And that's what crypto needs.
I think it's funny when people are like, communism doesn't work when China has been around for 5,000 years and will outlive the United States. And I'm not saying I side with communism, but what I'm saying is that they have universal health care, they have universal college, like anybody can go to college, they have all those things, and they have some of the lowest poverty rates because of the way they function. Now, do I agree? No, we're all given propaganda. We're supposed to hate China. China's supposed to hate us. and all of that in between. But I just think it's funny that we as a country are barely a couple thousand years old. No, excuse me, a couple hundred years old, and we really think we're going to outlast these countries that have been here for thousands of years.
Ooh, you should come back. Yeah, I'm about to say.
I mean, the only thing with China, though, is the only people who are really thriving in China are the people who are already rich. So that's why.
How is it any different then? But at least they have universal health care. At least they have the needs that they have met.
But
But here
you
we
don't
are
need
with the highest poverty.
you don't need communism for universal health care, though. Like that's
It's
that's my thing
socialism.
on it. Yeah, but if we need to go to that route of communism, socialism, the problem with that is the only way that works is by government control, and that's the one thing I don't want. And I don't want
We're
people.
already there. But that's what I'm saying. You're saying about communism. What I'm saying is that that is where this country is headed because everything will be regulated, just like China. And you don't want to see it that way, that somehow capitalism is going to exist. It doesn't. Or there would be a what do you call it? There'd be a everyone would have a decent amount of money. There should be no trillionaires. I'm sorry. That's
Right.
ridiculous. That is the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my fucking life. There should be no trillionaires when kids can't get food. But in places like Russia, who have universal health care, college, food, and China, and we're supposed to hate these countries, but they're literally feeding their poor.
We're only supposed to
But
hate
we're
them
not.
because they don't have a central bank. They don't have the Federal Reserve. They don't use fiat. That's why we're supposed to hate them, because we can't control and manipulate them. And they want to
They've been
create
around a lot longer than we have.
right, but they want to
But
create
our-
a one world government with a one world currency, and they can't have that if those types of countries exist.
What I believe is that there's more land and that we live in a whole entire prison, all countries included, and you can't fucking leave. That's what I think. And all it is controlled by a couple people.
You're probably right. God, that makes a lot of sense.
And I'm gonna tell you why. Because there's a ship tracker, and it was coming out of the Arctic. And a lot of people, this is the thing that I hate, because so many people shit on the flat earthers. But the funny thing is that they try so hard to hide the fact that there could be more land out there. And my theory that I'm always going to stand by is that everybody in all these countries is all a slave, and you can't leave, and that they got balloons that are floating in the air, basically like a whole huge camera system that you can't leave. And I think that the true top people of society live on the outer lands. That's what I think. Because everybody says that the flat earthers are wrong, but then explain why the fuck can't you leave? Why can't I go and see the actual
I think they're
end?
all right.
Look at the flight paths. They don't make sense. Like, you know, and the funny thing is too is that the conspiracy theorists always end up being right. So, and they're also the minority in this situation. And also, all the fucking space images are fake as shit.
I think
I was a video editor for 3 years. I do Photoshop. I can tell that shit is fake, and it pisses me off when people say it's real because I can see that it's fake.
what I believe is that the world that we know it is flat. It's a flat section of a globe Earth. It's just a portion that we're being shown, and the Earth is much bigger. And I believe that it's hollow at the in the center from the North and South Pole. I think everyone's
It
right.
could be either of those, but we're
I think it's like-
definitely.
I think it's like a different side that we're just like the reason why the flat earth people think it is and they can potentially be right is that we're only on one side of the globe. So therefore it would be more close to a flat earth, but I think there's a whole other part of the earth we don't know about and we're not allowed to go to because we're bad children.
Right.
Stuck a
We're in the
fucking
prison
bro. I know
planet.
that for a fact. And all these different political things that happen around the world, it's all just a shit show to make people not realize that. And like, it just has to be. Like, think about it. Elon Musk always says I'm building rockets to go to Mars. I actually think he's lying about that. I think that if he is gonna end up
Multiples
being
on
a
us.
good person, all those rockets are built for transportation, and he says, I want to go home. So I genuinely believe that he's talking about the outer lands. And we're stuck in it, and like, you can tell. Like, we could argue that it's a smaller part of land on a round, on a globe Earth, or a flat Earth.
Put some
Either
shots on him.
people could be right or wrong, but one thing that nobody can be mistaken about is that there's definitely more land. Because
Oh no, right here.
there's just no way.
I believe that, yeah.
And I mean, they can zoom all the way into your backyard all the way from up there, so they got tabs on everybody. Like, I work with this company, it's a startup, and I was in the meeting. They are working with this other company that has patented technology, and your Apple iPhone, not even Apple, every phone can read what your brain is thinking to push advertising to you.
Oh yeah.
When I tell my friends about it, they say you're lying. I'm like, motherfucker, I was in the meeting talking with these people. Like, what do you mean I'm lying? Like, everybody
That's 100% true.
Facebook knows you need to poop before you do.
Dude, they're building the company that I work with. They're gonna use that technology to and basically, they're gonna sell it as an AI package. It's like a fucking chip in it. Like, you can opt in to send your health information to your doctor, because it's like, and it's not like a drug or a medical thing. Like, it's a good company. But I'm just saying, from the point of like, there's other companies, like, they can read what your brain is thinking with your phone. Like, that's a thing. It's like your little fucking checkpoint thingy. Like people think like, oh, if I ever get hunted by the government, I can just go to an island and hide. Like, no, I'm sorry, but
Nope.
they have cameras that will see you on that island. Like,
You have to go to a country that will give you asylum, and even then, they have to accept you for that asylum.
The one world order, or the people who are keeping us in our little prisons, still know you're there, though. Like,
Right. You're not hiding from anything. Look at Edward Snowden. We know exactly where he is.
and if we really want to get into it, we can talk about the fact that most of our people are NPCs, like the Cabbage Patch Kids. The fact that the history was reflooded, they reset us multiple times too, and they probably already had AI like hundreds of years ago, and they just re-release it because.
Honestly,
That's how they update that shit so quick. Every month it's a new model.
Yep.
yeah, it's been out. You remember Nikki? She was the one that she worked for the NSA, and she's the one that developed the Discord. I was talking to her, and she was like, she helps program the AIs, right, for the NSA. And she's like, the stuff that the government's using is far more advanced than what we see now. And they're just releasing something that they've already had for a long time.
Yeah.
Did you see when Trump signed the bill to stop like states from regulating AI individually? Like an hour before they fucking release like Trump with a walker, but the White House blames AI for it. And it's like the contradiction. It's so stupid.
What's the
Hilarious.
remember South Park where JD Vance and Trump got caught having sex, and then Trump says, "Oh, it's AI, it's fake." That's the world we live in now.
And the
He
devil
literally
was,
said
like,
if something
pregnant with
bad
his
happens,
baby.
just call it AI.
Yep.
South Park cooked. They're funny as shit.
We might have like two behind us.
Yeah.
Behind
I
us?
think, give it a couple years, and it's gonna come out that there's more land, and then people are gonna start going batshit crazy because everything they've been told is a lie. Wait until you find out that we're exporting goods out to other people, and we're all just slaves, and you have this like free illusion that you're not, because you can choose whatever career path you want.
Freedom's always been an illusion. You do not have freedom. You cannot speed. You cannot.
Yeah, it makes no sense.
You can't kill people. You can't steal things. The illusion of freedom has been around for a long time, but it has been sold to us like it exists.
Well, I would like to know why there's a ship called Protector 1 and Protector 2 that stop you when you go too far out into the ocean. That's my question.
It's like Grand Theft Auto, bro. You go too far out in the ocean and you're cooked.
Right in the air, the plane doesn't go any
The
higher.
the map doesn't go that far.
Well, they definitely lie about a lot of shit, and the other problem with Trump too is that, like, same thing with the AI. It's like, so let's just say that somebody found out too much. The government's like, hey, we need to get rid of them without making it too obvious.
We got a
We're gonna
vehicle
make an
behind
AI
us.
Gonna make an AI video of this person killing somebody. Show
We
it.
got a
record
vehicle
it,
coming
let
up
no
behind us.
chance, because the fucking old judge isn't gonna give a shit. Doesn't even really know what's going on, and then you get a life sentence. And I wonder how many people have been sentenced to life in prison and didn't do anything. So I'd argue that number is pretty damn high.
This has been my issue with AI since I was 12 years old, and I've always hated AI and robots because that's when it was really introduced, is that they could fabricate evidence using AI to put certain people in jail that they didn't like. And I feel like that's already happened.
Oh
And
shit,
there's
behind
still
us,
some
behind
people
us.
in jail. You know what I mean? Like, it is so dangerous. I hate AI to my core.
You see it on TikTok how people will post a video that's real and people will be like, how do I know it's not AI? And now we have this problem where now you can post something that's real and people are gonna say it's AI. So it's like a double sword.
I got him.
That was the point of having it
Just one or how many?
unregulated. So anything he did wrong,
Just one.
he could be like, it's AI.
But I think it wasn't just Trump. I like they've had this shit for forever, and I think they've already been using it. And also the CIA.
He signed Project 2025. This is what he wanted. He wanted people to be look at information or look at the bad things he did or other people did or whatever, both sides, and be like, see what I was talking about? You can't trust that. He created the fake news rhetoric for AI so he can be like, no, look, see, I didn't, or oh, look, they did. That was the whole point.
Got him.
Boss, let's go. Yeah, that Project 2030 shit is terrible. Or Agenda, whatever it's called. 2031.
Agenda 31.
31.
Same thing with like crypto is like I have this whole group of people that I'm helping, and I told them like when Bitcoin hits $1 million, we're gonna sell because that's gonna be the biggest sell signal ever. And like I tell them like, look, CIA is definitely made by the government. They're gonna rug it.
Just
And
one
like
shot.
Satoshi's wallet is literally just a fake wallet, and they're never gonna sell Satoshi's
Right.
wallet because when they made it, they did it to give people that sort of.
They'll get other
More Bitcoin in other wallets.
they'll get other governments to buy into it, right? And then they'll rug those governments to topple it.
That's the plan, but this is why I hate all like and this is like no thing, but the reason why I'm so bullish isn't because I think this shit is gonna stay around, but it's the fact that your everyday normal person has a chance before all this shit goes south.
Shit.
Damn money. And like everybody's saying like it's gonna go this slow. I'm telling you right now, JP Morgan and Michael
behind.
Saylor
Oh,
just
shoot.
this shit is gonna pump. People are talking about extreme lows now. We're gonna look back at this in like a year or two, and Bitcoin's gonna be sitting at 250, 500K. I think I'm in this shit. I'm gonna build this industry for as much as I can with my friends, and I'm gonna be
Damn
vocal
it.
that at some point it's gonna get rough. But I just don't think that time is now.
Yeah, we got time. I just
like what am I supposed to use the stock market?
No, I get that, but at the same time, we need to be mindful that we're not, pushing rhetoric that we don't want just to make our bags pump. That's all I've been saying. Obviously, we want our bags to pump, but let's be realistic.
Like I work in the record industry, so I have a startup record label, and my goal is to eventually be as big as Sony. But I have like different contract systems because like the whole music industry is run by the same people. And also, what's funny is when you go to all the top execs that work at these record labels, first of all, they all own each other, and then second, I went to all the execs' Instagram pages, and I'm not weird, but I went on their wife's Instagram pages, and I went and found their wedding photos, and they're all wearing those caps that the Jews wear. So I mean, this shit runs pretty damn deep.
So you
I'm pretty sure that's stalking.
you have a record label. What does it
Trump
do?
said he wasn't weird.
No,
It's
that's
a
weird.
public
That's fucking
Instagram
weird.
account.
Because I'm working on a new Goat Tribe album with Goat Tribe and Crypto Rap.
I don't really specialize in the AI music stuff though.
But it's fucking fire, and it's the future. It's what
I
Unfortunately,
don't know.
it is.
In the record industry, there's this whole thing right now, and like my entire like, I literally am gonna have to pay a lawyer because of that shit. Like, I do not want AI to go into the music industry.
Well,
because
it's gonna.
they do is the AIs train off of the artist's shit that's already out there, so it's all copyrighted.
It's too late. It's too late, hun. It is way too late. AI music started happening about 6 years ago. It's too
Well,
late.
I
That is
tell you
will be
this.
the whole future.
Taylor Swift's music, half of or basically all of her latest album is AI, and you could tell because even the Taylor Swift fans were turning against her on that album. So,
Well, she's a connoisseur, so that's fine.
A
dude,
connoisseurist or a cuntosaurus?
There's big artists, but the ones that are big, like the Disney actor artists, like Sabrina Carpenter, they're all industry fans, and like also like. I
Look
don't
at
know, like,
Zac Efron. He was created in a lab.
They make people in labs, dude. They can
Yeah.
grow kids and
You can.
Yeah, but he played a great Ted Bundy. He
There's
was
a
really good in
there's
that
a
show.
website you can go to, and you can like surrogate a kid. You can pick their eye color, their muscle tone, their skin color, everything.
they've been able to do that
Again.
shit for years, though.
Yeah,
Exactly, but it's fucking creepy. Just like stalking people online.
and Disney does it.
I wouldn't call it stalking. It's public accounts.
If you're actively searching for somebody you don't know, that's kind of like stalking.
Nope, it's freedom.
No, those people are public. Like, they're the faces of multi-billion-dollar companies. I can't go on and look at their Instagram.
No.
That's public.
I'm with Josh on this one.
Are you guys loading in?
Yeah.
That's
We're
weird.
holding for deployment.
They like to talk people. My shit's all public. I ain't hiding shit. But
Dude, I'm an internet ghost.
I'm sorry, you want to elaborate on that one?
I'm a ghost on the internet.
Reloading.
Like, I have a social media presence, but it's a character. It's not actually me. Like, I don't exist on the internet at all.
I think if you don't want people looking at your shit, you can't have social media. Has a public profile, and then gets mad at people. Like,
No, but I would never actively search for somebody I didn't know, like, especially on Facebook. Like, that's to me
well,
is
not
really
Facebook, Instagram.
I even had
Okay.
Elon try to
Same-
find me on the
same
internet, and he
fucking
couldn't
shit.
find me.
Yeah, but like, look at it this way.
But that's
I was
how
searching
you
up
would think like the truth
information.
comes out right after some hard digging, right?
Well, I was just digging into the people who own these big companies that I'm going up against, and sure enough, they're all from the same country.
Go
So,
get after it.
what the fuck do you think
Like, four
lawyers
different
do?
things already.
Gas is approaching you from
Yeah, it's like private investigation.
Yeah, really.
I have to admit, like, I'm siding with Josh on this. If it's public information, it's open to the public, period.
Just like, this has never happened before. I don't know how to feel.
I've had issues with stalkers, so I'm very biased on this situation because I've had 3 restraining orders my whole life. Well, from my 20s to now, 3 restraining orders against people who wouldn't leave me alone. So yes, I'm not a fan of the whole let me stalk these people and see what they do and where. It is
They're
odd.
not private people though. These people are the faces of like big companies, and they affect people's lives, so it's a little bit different.
You have a stalker, Jesse?
I used to. I had 3 different ones in my 20s, and it was unpleasant to say the least. The last one was when I was 31.
That's because you're a
And I
hot
had to get
commodity.
restraining orders. Well, I had to get restraining orders, and then I moved out in the middle of nowhere, and I don't have that issue because I don't really leave the house, and I can't now because of ICE being everywhere out here. So
I know where you are. I'll come find you.
Don't play with me. I will burn your shit to the ground. Do not play.
I'm about to dox Jesse right now.
Not defending that shit, but it is kind of crazy how the liberals didn't care when Obama was deporting so many people.
They had due process. Let me explain to you. They were not U.S. citizens. They had due
Dude.
process. They weren't shipped to a fucking
They
country they'd never been
deported
before.
a
Don't
guy
play with
that
me.
served in the military, took 2
I
bullets.
saw that. That was hilarious.
The dude took 2 fucking bullets for his country, so they deported him. That's fucking nuts.
The Trump administration is deporting citizens, the military citizens. They don't fucking care, and nor they're not getting due process. Yes, Obama deported people. Every single president has, but they
Facts.
had due process. These ones, they're being put God knows where. The women are missing, the kids are missing, and the men are getting sent to
What about
countries
those
they've never
people
been before.
that were washing up on shore in shackles?
Yeah,
I
what
bet
about
you
those
those were deportees, man.
Look, I'm not defending that shit. I just personally, and I didn't even vote yet because I just turned 18. But I just personally dislike far left liberals. I hate them.
Well, I mean, I'm a
Same,
centrist, you know, like, can we just have a happy medium? You know, can we
No.
just get along?
Like they post videos about how you should hate Elon Musk because he could solve everybody's problems because of how much money he has. And then first of all, that's false information because half the money they're saying he has is in certain things, like it isn't available cash on hand.
Right.
Right. And then second, he's actually done more shit than most people. Why aren't they going after the private billionaires? It's only ever the people who have anything to do with Trump. Which I get it, but if you're only ever doing it when you're at something personal to gain, that's like, you know. And same thing goes for far right MAGAs because like they don't care what bad shit happens on their side. But I'm just saying like liberal people are too one-sided, especially far leftist ones. It goes both ways about
I
Got
think
'em.
it's hard because I lean more to the left on a social level. But I also believe that there shouldn't be any kind of laws on guns. So I'm not sure where I fall on this. I'm for everybody get married and everyone have as many guns as you want to protect your family. I'm all for free speech, even if I don't believe what you say. I'm atheist, but I will fight for your right to have your be Christian and be in public and not be demonized. But at the same time, I just want people to be treated like humans. And right now, nobody is being treated like a human. We're all pawns.
Right. I just like the way like the liberals are when it comes to guns. It's just really scary. And I think more people would have actually voted liberal if it wasn't so tight, because it's like they bring up statistics that don't make sense, and also like the whole thing of like whole world order control just gets made easier the minute they start taking away guns, and you notice that in all the countries. So it's like they think they're fighting for the right shit, but they're just not. And then if you look into it, half of the school shootings are made fake anyway by the CIA.
Do not say that. Do not say that when there are parents grieving their children. That is an ugly, ugly thing to say, to tell
Well,
a
I'm not
parent,
saying nobody
oh, your
died, but
child didn't really
Got him.
die. It's all in your head.
that's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying
No, I think
shooters
they're-
aren't random.
Yeah, I know what you're
Military.
I see.
Downed him.
Like, how is the camera, like the ones
What
where
the
the angles of the
fuck?
cameras are so bad?
Someone
like,
come
that
get
shit
me.
has to be fake.
Okay,
Like that
come on.
has to be.
Yeah, because
Like
the
like they
thing
let
is,
them get away first.
if you tell a bunch of people that
I
this gun
sniped 2 of
control
them.
shit like that won't happen, you're emotionally
Just hold them. They're gonna
manipulating
come to us
people
right now.
to basically be against guns, and that's where
See,
you have
and-
the problem.
The problem isn't, yes, the fucking kids are, their number one killer of kids is fucking gun shootings. But the problem is, and I agree with you, there's too much gun law. Because let me tell you, mama would be strapped and ready to run in if she didn't have to jump through the hoops to get a fucking gun. But
Facts.
it doesn't, you cannot diminish these poor children who, no matter who is set up to shoot them, their lives matter, and people are upset that no one cares. So when things like Charlie Kirk, I'm like, well, what is it? Thoughts and prayers, and I don't even have that for him because he was a shitty fucking human being. But the thing is that we need to have no gun laws and let things sort themselves out.
squad mates in the gulag.
I'm sorry, but I agree with you, Jesse. Gun control only puts guns in the hands of criminals.
Exactly.
I've
'cause
always said this shit. But,
yeah, because a criminal
just
doesn't wake
saying-
up, use the gun that's available. Like, oh, can't use that gun; it's against the law. No, the only people who follow the law with the guns are people who follow the law. Criminals don't fucking give a shit.
But see, this is why I hate more of the leftist liberals. Because they don't think about this shit, and it just makes me mad because... I don't know.
But I'm a liberal. I am a liberal. But
Yeah,
I
but
do
you-
agree
but-
with you. The problem is, people think because I'm liberal and
I'm gonna die.
I'm moderate to liberal that I'm an extremist.
They're headed back to base.
Well, I mean, this is the thing. I think liberals would have more... I think they would do better in the
It's
polls
fight time.
if they didn't... I don't know. There has to be some sort of... There's a reason why a lot of people vote red. And they're good reasons. And...
But Trump is signing, one of the first things that he signed in the law was more gun control, and no one said anything about that.
Yeah, MAGA cheered
Because,
for
well,
it.
He made it so because it was from Trump. We definitely can regulate our they're pushing back on what kind of guns you have. No one said anything then, and it was okay because it was a big beautiful blonde with big tits, and he was just like, I'll sign whatever the fuck you want me to sign.
What law was
he got
it?
so low.
Yeah.
About mental health, regulating it, not letting certain people get guns. And not to be mean, but how does that really work?
He did
But
the
it's
bump
still
stock
limiting-
law.
Turn to base.
He did the bump stock law too. Yep.
What is that?
What is
Honestly, I think I didn't believe it before, but the more time goes by, I'm seeing Nazi Germany tendencies, and I know that that's like a thing that everyone says about the liberals because they scream, Nazi, Nazi, Nazi so much, but the fact of the matter is we are headed towards authoritarianism, and we're doing it very quickly, and it's concerning to me. And I voted for the guy, but I'm not blind to see that, hey, some of the things he's doing is not good. What the hell?
That's crazy.
What did you do?
No,
Landmine?
somebody cooked a grenade right above and just dropped it when I passed by.
Dang.
Oh.
Look, watch. Oh, I'm watching the replay on Abstract right now.
Oh.
Oh my god, bro.
Survived all that. Just no grenade. I think they just cooked it from the top and just dropped it down.
Yeah, he cooked the grenade on you.
Dang.
That was cool.
I don't know, and then this is gonna be a very, very controversial take, but the way that abortion is done is really scary.
Well, thank God you're not a woman and don't have to make that decision because it's not your fucking body.
I think abortion should be rare and necessary.
Right.
You're not a woman. You don't get to make that choice. That's between them and their creator. It has nothing to do with you. You should not be regulating bodies. And if we're going to start regulating bodies, I think every boy, when they're born, should have a vasectomy until they are ready to have fucking children. And if that was the case and you guys had to be held responsible, none of these laws would exist.
I'm actually for that. You know what, where I'm at with the abortion thing is that's between you and your maker. The government has no business regulating that, and it should be regulated by culture. Is it acceptable or not? And if it's acceptable, then that person can make that choice, and that's between them and God. So if they're doing the wrong thing, then they'll have to pay their price at some point.
I love that the people who scream, don't regulate how we use our guns, but regulate a woman's body, and the people making those rules for the woman's body aren't fucking women. And so men need to shut up and sit down. Period.
I wasn't going there. I was just saying, can we at least say it for what it is? Because there's people saying it isn't murder, and that's fucking crazy.
Well,
I don't care what
It's
you
a
do,
fetus.
but
It's a
I don't
fetus.
know.
It's clump of
I will
fucking
die
cells.
on that hill.
I mean, the abortions where like a partial birth abortion, that's horrendous. You're literally, if the baby can live and survive on its own, just take the baby out and, you know, put it up for adoption. Don't
Do you know how many kids are on the fucking adoption list? Do you know how many kids are in foster care? I'm not saying it's right, but what I'm saying is that people don't get it. And I know people who had to have them, and it wasn't pleasant. It's not like, oh, I can't wait to kill this baby, because people think it's a baby. It's fetus. It's literally a clump of cells.
I'm talking about
And if the-
partial
but if
birth
the
abortion.
argument-
So
if
it
the argument is they can survive on their own, guess what? Babies can't do that. You still have to take care of them and feed them. So that's
all right,
not a realistic
but hear me
goal
out.
either.
A partial birth abortion is where they birth the head comes out and then they snap the neck and then they pull the dead body out. That's
Okay, you realize
atrocious.
that's less than 1%, and
Well,
that
it's
stopped
illegal.
happening
It's
over a
illegal now,
decade ago.
but
No,
those
what I'm
types of
saying
things
is-
need to be regulated. That is not okay. That's what I'm
Okay,
saying.
so then men should be paying child support the second the woman finds out she's pregnant, correct?
Actually, I'm for that.
Drop onto your squad and hit the sill.
And that they have to be completely held accountable for the child half and half for the rest of their lives, whether they're in it or not.
I'm just saying
Double time it.
we shouldn't
Why
be
does it all
regulating
fall on the
people.
woman?
We shouldn't be regulating people, but there needs to be, you know, some reason where you can't just have a partial birth abortion. That can't be okay.
But then why is it okay for mass shootings?
It's
You
not
can't have it
okay.
both ways. Either everybody gets everything or nobody gets nothing, and that's the only way any of this works.
And like I said
It's
before,
crazy to
I
call it
digress.
murder when it is.
I digress that, you know, if someone decides to make that choice, it's not my place to say, but they will answer to their maker for it. But
it's
I
funny
do
that
think it's
people
wrong.
whisper-
I think partial birth abortion is a very, very wrong thing, but also at the same time, I'm not having that child.
Intel located. Capture and secure the intel point to discover the next
Not your body, not your business.
I'm just here on the classification side of things,
primary objective is to eliminate all targets.
but I don't know. I agree with Oz on you know, I
Intel
do believe
point
that people are going to be
activated.
judged
Now
for their
ensure the point is
actions,
secure.
whether people believe in that or not. But I'm just more so on the classification side because I've seen the fucking videos and it goes against everything we've been told. So that's just my.
Well, I think abortion for profit is what should be illegal, where they push abortions just so that they can get the fetal tissue. That's disgusting. Because as we know, capitalism will always just push us in that direction, and we don't
It's
need
just
that.
scary the way that some people talk about it. They're like, oh, like I'm gonna go have 40 abortions. Like, bro.
Or like the transgender people that are like, I wish I could have a baby just so I could get an abortion. That's disgusting.
How is okay, and I agree with you. That is disgusting, and obviously they're saying it for rage bait. But how is that different than MAGA saying I'm going to kill as many liberals as possible? Are we not human beings? If you're saying that baby is a baby, then how are those humans not human beings? Where do we draw the line? Because nobody cares once they're born. Nobody cares if they're fed. No one cares if they're taken care of. So I don't understand, unless you can promise that child will always have food, clothing, and a roof over their head, you don't get to make that decision.
And we kind of do that already, you know, like
It is,
No,
but
you don't.
I'm just saying
Kind
it's
of.
still murder, though. I'm not
It's not.
saying
the
you should-
problem is they're taking those children and they're shipping them off to the island, and what is it, 400,000 children go missing in the US alone every year.
And that's what happens.
That's
when you put them up
crazy.
for adoption, and in foster care, they go
But it
missing.
isn't
Where
just
are all
foster
these-
care,
where
though.
are all these
It's
people?
disappearing at Disney,
Walmart,
and
maybe.
everywhere. Like, it's everywhere. Dude, Walmart has tunnels under them. I'm not
Dude,
gonna lie. Why?
I had
Like some.
my daughter almost got kidnapped at Walmart,
I remember the story.
You want to hear some crazy shit?
and the cops were in on it, and so was Walmart.
Dude, cops can't be trusted, bro. I'm
They cannot.
Fuck the
I
police.
actually hate them.
People
My
give me
dad's a
so
cop.
much
I
shit
fucking
for
hate
it.
Be advised,
Fuck
An
the
enemy
police.
squad is tracking your location.
Let me.
Like, the only people who ever like police are the people who are like, they just piss me off. Because
Yeah, I hate cops, man. They're evil. And really, they don't protect and serve. They literally had to take protect and serve off their cars because it was basically they're not there to protect and serve.
like,
They're
why the fuck do I get shit for tint on my car, but you can have tint on your car? Like, what the fuck is that?
exactly
We can
That
hold them like
part.
right here.
rules for thee, but not for
What'd you
me.
say?
We can hold them there.
Hey,
They gotta push
Oh,
them
is there
in,
people? Shit. Okay.
Copy.
And then fucking, I wanted, bro, registration tax for your car. Like, holy
Yeah.
shit, bro.
Well, that's that corporate
And
fiction.
the block camera systems that are going up everywhere. What about that?
Oh,
Why the
so
fuck are
many. A
people
lot of them
for
get shot where I'm at. People just shoot them.
Yeah, but why are so many people for them? Like, it pisses me off. Like, so many people defend that shit. Like, they're like, oh, but for the criminals. Bro, so many kids go missing and they can't find them. They have cameras in the skies. They can zoom in. They can find somebody if they really want to find
Yeah,
them.
they don't want to because they want to ship them off to SpongeBob Island.
Dude, have
Pretty
you heard? Have you seen the
One's up in the
videos
air.
of the guys that work at the ports, and you can hear kids screaming in the shipping containers, and they fucking know it too.
Yeah, and they do
then
nothing
the
about
government
it.
knows they're in there. Exactly.
That's sad.
I believe
So-
that.
It's like, bro, and also like the qualifications to become a police officer. I swear most of the people who become police officers are just over controlling people, and they do it
They're
for ego
narcissists.
reasons, and they don't.
It's ego
actually-
for sure, yeah. Big time, I've seen it.
I don't know. Anytime I've got pulled over, I play the song "Fuck the Police," just so they know where I stand. If I'm gonna go down, I'm going down.
I mean, it's freedom of speech, but soon that's going to be gone.
I don't know. I'm gonna use it while I got it. Fuck.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. When
That's-
Trump started saying that, but it's not even people with dual citizenship. They said that they were gonna deport people who were born in America. Like, they don't even have to have dual citizenship, even if you were never in any other country.
Well, I think it was the people that were like, I guess, their parents weren't born here, but they were like.
No,
they were born here?
regular Americans too. Regular Americans too. Not just.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's fucking nuts. Like the guy, he took 2 bullets, man, and they fucking shipped him off. And they just tried to play dumb, dude. They tried to play dumb, like, oh,
So
we don't
funny, dude.
know
That's
anything
the
about that.
Columbus
We'll look into his case, right?
Yeah,
Christy Noam is a fucking joke and a piece of shit.
I mean, the fact that that's happening, maybe it was an anomaly, but it's enough to say, okay, maybe something's going on here that we should be looking into. At the very least. Where's he at?
Yeah,
Mark him.
freedom of speech, so why are we gonna get deported and to where?
They got loadout, we
we're
gotta
talking
push out
about
the other way.
shit that Israel is doing.
Push for loadout.
It's
No,
all a
they got the
distraction.
loadout.
Copy that.
And then,
Oh,
like, bro,
shit.
There's a fucking picture that I was posting everywhere. It's a picture of 9/11, which is fake. But well, not fake.
We
But
got someone in the back.
not, it didn't have to have aesthetically.
Oh, they got snipers.
My network.
I agree.
But the meme has a picture of Palestine and then a picture of the World Trade Center building, and it was like, if this is terrorism, what do you call this?
We'll
Oh,
flank
yeah, I
him.
remember you said that.
Careful, snipers behind us.
Hands blown off over there,
Behind
and they're
us?
saying, yeah, we brokered a peace deal.
Just think
Motherfucker,
over,
I'm watching live
Dude, my
streams
balls.
of places still getting bombed over there. Like, what do you mean? Like, just say Israel is telling you what to do, and you can't do shit about it at that point.
Well, they can't be honest. That would be weird. They lie to us all the time. They can't start telling the truth now.
Oh, we're cooked. We gotta push.
Israel. They
we're
offered
fucked
it.
right now.
They invented it and offered it to us.
Primary
I can't believe
objective
I don't have any
they
s-
did that shit.
Get over the hill, get over the hill.
Like, they
Go this
think
way, go
just
this way,
because the
go
Federal
back.
Reserve isn't part of the
Uphill.
government, it's somehow still good. Like, just take a few seconds to look at who invented it, and who made it.
I'm gonna
Maybe.
cover for you guys a little bit.
Thank you, thank you. Yeah, I'll shoot cover. Where are they at? Can you ping it?
Right here.
Dude,
Just
if you
follow
guys
the
see they
circle.
wanna-
Go wide.
They want to remove it so women can't vote anymore.
Oh, not only that, women can't vote, have a bank account, have a mortgage, have any of those things. They only a man can, or if they're married to it. Yeah, yeah. They instituted that law in 1974 because women weren't allowed to get their own bank accounts, and they want to revoke that because women don't matter, and neither do our rights.
I wonder who's actually pushing for that shit, because that's
Let's jump
actually
through here and
crazy.
go across because they're gonna try to cut us off again.
Yep.
I mean, the whole human population is already dying off. I mean, they're lying about the population numbers, which is their goal anyway. But
Just keep going wide, or they're gonna get us.
Yeah, this team minus is so annoying.
I'll pop a UAV right here.
the problem is that housing is gonna crash.
Watch for snipers up on the roof of the.
Administration is gonna say that. Well, they're basically
Up on the roof. Up on the roof. Hey, we gotta go back over this hill.
Stadium, I see him, yep. Wait, he's like looking at nothing right now. I cracked him.
You're losing ground. Moving.
On me, guys.
Okay.
This is where
I'm
we.
hungry.
Kill.
I need to go eat.
Let's go
I'll
for
talk
it.
to you guys later.
Alright, see ya. Bye.
Bye, Jesse.
Shit. Are you green? Okay.
We got one in the back over here too. Look.
Copy.
Oh no, I got sniped bad. Oh my god, he hit me twice.
You know that shit. I still think.
Just buy me back, just buy me back, don't res me.
No. I got smoked.
Okay,
I got
okay.
smoked.
Okay.
I'll cover you guys. I'll draw their
Oh,
fire.
there's no fucking way for the smoke.
We should have moved a little bit so they couldn't guess where we were. Ozzy, you just want to buy us back? You could do it.
Yeah, I gotta
Yeah,
dip
just-
out. Ping a station.
Oh wait, no, hold on, I'm in
Yeah, dueling.
Gulag.
Copy.
From the Gulag.
Yeah, I'll get my
Ping,
shit
ping a
set up.
station anyway, just in case.
Your squad mates
I
in
can
the
go with
Gulag.
you guys like
If they
tomorrow or the
survive,
day
they
after.
redeploy.
Dude, how long have we been on this shit?
I mean, I've been on since 5.
Yeah, you've been on for 5 hours and 20 minutes.
Oh, you the call? I forgot they added that, that's pretty cool.
Squad mate
I joined it
redeploying
like
to the
after
AO.
2 hours though, so I've only been.
Yeah, I think same. Like a little bit before you.
Are they still shooting at you, or let me try to get my guns back?
No, they're not shooting at me, but I'm like way far away. Let's see. Someone, do you guys get out of the gulag, or do I need to go to buy station?
So, I'm in fight right now.
Copy.
Napalm strike
We might lose. Not doing good.
They're not up there anymore.
Let's go, barely won it. 6-0.
Nice.
It's also so funny how cops always hate when you're recording.
Yeah, but they're
Literally
recording.
Everybody hates when everybody's recording.
Yeah, but their recordings, like, the problem with those is they never come
Stuff
out.
stick right here.
That's the problem.
And then they're
Well, it
short.
has to be
Recording now,
it has to be subpoenaed.
Well, yeah, but the thing is that gives them time to alter shit. And, like, also they can control public's opinion over
Plus
it.
AI now.
Like, that's the thing. Like, I just would never trust it.
See the Australian shooting? Like, the actual shooters.
Oh yeah.
I fucking watched them get, like, sniped
No,
on
they
Twitter,
just
bro.
did that shit because Israel needed another, oh, you should feel bad for us moment.
Alright, I'm coming to you
Yeah,
guys.
you can get, like, 4K footage of them just dying on that bridge.
That's fucking nuts.
They've been doing that shit since Charlie Kirk, just releasing.
You know, the thing
Look,
is,
it's
and
like that.
that's what I don't get is because liberals are always like, oh, if we had more gun control, we wouldn't have problems. I promise you, people who are legally buying a weapon are probably not the people you should be worrying about.
Exactly. It's the people.
Criminals are not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, exactly.
They need to be more focused on getting regular people guns in their hands. And then people would think twice. If everyone was packing, no one would try that bullshit.
Marking new safe zone.
Everybody has a missile, nobody will use it.
Exactly.
Also makes it easier for one world order shit too.
Well, that's what
Or not, less.
Germany did. They disarmed the people and then they started doing all that crazy shit. That's always the first step, is to disarm, and they've been doing it for years, and it's a slow incremental change. Oh well, we're just gonna get rid of assault weapons. Assault weapons don't exist.
I still think they lied about the painter, though. You gotta
What?
remember, the winner writes the history books.
Exactly.
But, like, also, I think the issue now, though, is, like,
I have so much cash.
it's not Nazism, though, because there's a lot of bad people that try to represent that now.
Bounty targets marked. Kill them all.
A loadout thing.
Some loot here. Need
I
Actually,
just
I don't even
find it
know.
crazy 'cause,
Where's the buy station at?
Didn't they,
A little hut right there.
when was it?
Move to the safe zone. You got gas moving in.
Let's say maybe pop a UAV and stash another one in your person
Yeah, yeah.
materials or something.
standing by.
And then, which one's just UAV? Is it the normal one?
Yeah, just one for now and just hold the other for later.
I don't have enough to pop it and get another, so I'm just gonna hold.
I got a cluster, or I have a drone strike or something.
Yeah, I got
Cluster
Lightning
strike.
strike.
Oh,
Lightning strike.
yeah, I know what you mean.
Priority
We're gonna
tasking
need
is
that.
Did you hear what
We're
they
done.
respond to you tomorrow?
What'd you say?
That was live.
So it's gonna be interesting to see how they respond to you tomorrow.
Who's they?
Did you
We
say
the
you were
people
going
or
to-
stand with crypto or whatever.
Oh yeah, that I think that's day after tomorrow, but yeah.
Okay.
I I can't wait for Jesse to fucking because like me,
I
I'm
wish it was live.
I'm gonna be Mr. Neutral, but also voice
can
my
stay.
opinion, and Jesse's just gonna be the fucking devil. Like
She'll get
But, like,
kicked.
it's gonna be like good cop, bad cop, you know?
I don't care if I'm a shitty person for this, but I still think, like, I don't know, it's an open market, and some people are gonna lose and some people are gonna win, and that's just the way it is.
Right.
But I just think that the people who try harder are the people who win. And I'm not saying that there aren't people at the top who are manipulating the whole damn thing.
I'm gonna try to record what goes down. Maybe wear a body camera or something, because I have the GoPro. Yeah, and just make some content. But see what I can get out of it.
Your squad mate's located an HVT.
I don't know, I don't think crypto's a scam. I mean, you obviously some coins out there, like the Solana meme pump fund ones, but that's also just another
Oh,
form of
snipers!
gambling,
Snipers! Careful.
so-
We're on the roof.
Yeah,
Well,
you can
that's
see
what
two
they
lights.
found.
I just hit
Oh,
him.
one of us went down.
I just hit him.
Inbound at the speed of heat.
I mean, you guys know what the whole gambling thing benefits the government is. It's just a whole
I'm coming.
scheme for the government. People don't call that out.
Are they still up there? Oh shit! Yeah, they are.
Yeah, they're still there. They're like mid floor.
Enemy
We need to get out of here, bro.
Dude,
Yeah,
the
we
whole
got- We got a
conversation
dip.
that we had when
I didn't
Jesse
even.
was in
It didn't
here,
even hit him. They just went inside.
If we posted that on YouTube, we would get sanctioned the next day.
That's why we love Discord.
Pop the smoke. Yeah, Discord's awesome for the free speech.
Get to the new safe zone.
Did you hear that in Europe? They can now like look into your personal. I mean, they already could before, but they're just now telling people.
They're normalizing everything that they've been doing that's been like an atrocity for freedom,
There's
and they're just normalizing it.
The government has buildings, right? And they have a bunch of employees that sit there, and they have like monitors. And when you go on a FaceTime call, you and a bunch of other people's FaceTime calls are all being broadcasted onto the screen that a certain government employee is watching. That's how deep that shit goes.
Oh shit! I fell.
We got people back here at TV station. They're doing like they just bought back right now.
Enemy dropping into the AO.
Shit,
They're parachuting in.
yeah. Ah man, I was just too far away to like, get a good angle. I hit him once.
Your squad made it to the safe zone.
I still have a UAV in my pocket.
We're
cool
gonna
with
get
this game.
people pushing with TV right now.
You're grouped together, better guys. We need to get back
Yeah,
together.
yeah.
We're really
Also,
spread.
the fact we have homeless veterans is crazy.
shit's stupid.
You're telling me out of our entire budget, we can't find enough money to get a couple. That's honestly fucked. But, I mean, if we really want to go into it, most of the wars are created by the same people anyway, so...
Where at? Oh, no, behind us! I killed him. Oh, that's huge. That guy needed to die. Oh my god, I'm 1 health. Okay. We're in a bad spot. We need to get like a building.
Yeah, I agree. Let's go. Let's push here.
Moving here.
Wanna go down there? Yep. We're just gonna get pinched down. We pretty much did.
See right in the bottom.
Bounty target's gone dark. We lost the contract.
There's a team down here. We just need to win it. I'm gonna UAV
Oh,
it.
he's fucking one shot. He's back here.
You guys need to get out of there if you can.
Got him.
You guys see the guy down the hill, like south zone?
Oh yeah.
He's being UAV'd.
Okay.
Yep. Shit, I'm gonna lose this fight. Did you get him?
I got him. Oh, he's one shot. Go ahead and push. He's one shot.
Yeah, I'm pushing. He's riding the gas, but I'm about to kill him. He's there. Dead.
Yep.
Holy, we just destroyed that guy.
Anyone's got a muni?
How many shield?
Inbound. Marking new safe zone.
Is that guy getting the
Gulag's locked down. Area's clear.
Let's just push down in here, I guess. Those snipers over there were big bang, so they're like basically
You've got a
team to beat.
loadout drop inbound.
They had the highest kills.
Load out on me.
Jesus, I thought you were a big baller for like 6 months.
Oh, team here, right?
Shit. Yep. No. There's a buy station close, but we gotta kill this guy. Nice.
I'm down.
Oh, there's no way I'm down.
This is damn, this guy needs a clutch, but I don't know. Come on, simply seek. He has enough to buy us all back.
Moving,
Yeah.
a lot of my files over to an external storage, and then I'll be able to play with you guys tomorrow.
Bet.
Eliminate enemies and secure supply caches to get that target off their back.
This guy ain't pulling this off. I don't believe in him, but
Enemy movement.
Simply
He needs to throw a smoke
Sleek.
grenade on it.
Come on, bro. Let's go, Sleek.
he needs a smoke grenade and run across.
Yeah. Oh, I see him.
Enemy movement.
Damn it.
He's on keyboard and mouse.
Getting lit up.
We're
Aw,
cooked.
Dude,
He sucks. We're cooked.
I know. He could have got across a while ago. He's in burst fire mode too. What are you doing?
Bruh. Alright, that's it for me tonight, guys.
Same.
Um,
Good games.
yeah, maybe tomorrow. Probably.
See y'all.
Alright, see y'all. Great show. I'm probably gonna post this one.
Bro, I might get banned.
Yeah, who cares? I'll put it on YouTube. I can do whatever I want on YouTube.
W.
Alright, later chat. Oh, what's up?
Dude, I was just gonna say it's actually crazy now that I think about it that you get banned for shit on YouTube since we have freedom of speech over here.
Right. I leveled up. All right, good night, chat.
See ya.
Well, let me have control of my mouse. There we go. like button, guys. Subscribe to the channel, share the show with your friends, follow me on all platforms at Ozthecryptogoat, all lowercases, no spaces, the #1 live stream on Abstract, days and days and days in a row. We are just killing it on Abstract, but we're also on YouTube and TikTok and Twitch and X and Facebook and Instagram as well. Saint says I'm going to 1 million likes today. Honestly, I'm happy with 100k likes. Start tapping away. I need all my liking warriors. I need all my chatting warriors. I need you guys in the chat and involved. W's in the chat. Don't forget hashtag crypto, hashtag stand with crypto, hashtag FYP, hashtag let's go. Let's get the algorithm boosted. That's what we're going to do in this. What's the Discord server? The Discord server link is in my bio. Click the link in my bio and you can get it there. If you have trouble joining the Discord, copy it and put it into your browser and it'll take you right in. For some reason, the link sometimes gives people a hard time. If you have like malware, spamware on your phone, it's going to give you a hard time getting in there. So it's easy. Just copy and paste it into your browser. It's going to pop right up and you're going to get right into the Discord. No problem. So join the Discord. We've got the voice channel open on the side. It says lounge and you can pop in there. But please, if you do pop in on the Discord and you want to chat and have the conversation with Stand with Crypto, stay on TikTok as well, so that way we don't lose our viewership and we don't get bumped down in the algorithm, because we do want this message to be heard. You know what? Let's see here. Let's try something. Let's try something here. Let's try this here. Let's see here. Keep smashing that like button, guys. Tristan J. Kelly says, hi, Oz. Stop by to show some support. Appreciate you, brother. Absolutely. Thank you so much for that. We're going to have an amazing show today. We have Cali Crypto from Stand with Crypto, not Crypto Cali, okay? Or yeah, Cali Crypto. So he is one of the influencers and people here with well, I am live. I gotta take a picture. Yeah. I get nothing but problems from TikTok, man. %50 of the live goal is completed. Thank you, Seamont, Run Up. Thank you guys. Mother Dragons, MVP, Revolution. Thank you guys. We're halfway through our live goal here, and if you don't want to give anything, no problem. Just keep hitting the like button or spam the chat. Put an emoji in the chat. Put a W in the chat. If you think that this show is a winner, put a W in the chat. All right. Who out there thinks that this show is a winner and should stay on the air? And if you think it shouldn't, put an L in the chat. If you think I should kick rocks, put an L in the chat. Let me know.
No L's.
That's right. No L's. Mother, I see you in the Discord. How are you?
trying to support you, man. I'm in both.
Hey, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Remember, if you are in the Discord, make sure you stay on the live with TikTok and you continue to engage with TikTok while we're doing the show, because we will open the questions at the end after we have a little interview and a little chat, and you guys will have an opportunity to ask your questions, and I'm sure you're going to develop new questions as we talk and as we engage. And this is how education is done. You have to understand that these people that are coming on here, they are rubbing elbows, having dinners with the most powerful and influential people in the world, in this country, in the crypto space. These are the people that are developing the structure for the laws that will govern us and crypto. So this is your opportunity to have your voices be heard, to come together as a community and state your beef or state your praise. You know, this is your opportunity. You, ladies and gentlemen, have the opportunity to actually have your voices heard in a meaningful manner, not just random, influencers or people that are arguing on this space, but actually someone that has institutional power that can make changes on your behalf. These are the people that want to represent you in this space. They want to hear what you think. They want to hear what you have to say. Let your voices be heard. That is what's beautiful and what's powerful about this show, is we can come together as a community, and we can do so much more than just whine and complain about the markets, whine and complain about legislation. We can actually stand up and do something about it. If we're for something, this platform literally gives you an easy way to onboard you into reaching out to your senators, to your congressmen, to the people that influence you. And even if you are in a different country and you're not in the United States, we still want to hear your voice. You are still part of the crypto community. The crypto sphere is a global community. That's what's the beauty about it is. So I may be the California constituent, but you are adjacent to me because I am in California, even if you're outside of the country. So you hold influence in California through me. So you have an opportunity to step up and have your voices be heard. It's beautiful. Honestly, I don't know anyone else in the space that's doing it like this. I don't know anybody else that's making moves like this. I see people that are going to events, they're interviewing people. There's people that are having their shows, but like, who's actually trying to make a difference out here? Actually pounding the pavement. I mean, I'm spending my own money to go out here and plug myself in, to put myself in a position to be influential in a way that can be positive towards the community, not just in myself, not just to my bags, but to the overall picture of what crypto is, right? We want crypto to grow and be something beautiful and amazing, and not a tool for control and tracking, right? We want it to be about freedom. And this is the time where we can stand up and we can make it about freedom, or we can make it about pumping our bags, because that's what they want. They want you to focus on pumping your bags and not focus on the legislation, because there is legislation at hand that can be passed, but we don't talk about it. It's unheard of. You haven't even heard it until it came out of my mouth. That's a sad thing, that no one else is really digging into it. They're digging as far as, how is this going to pump my bag? And there's so much more. What's up, brother?
No, like I think you're spot on. We navigate through these live streams often, and nobody really talks about what crypto has to offer. We're still using it like just like traditional finance, So getting our voices out there heard, and understanding like this is our opportunity to use these investment vehicles, this Wall Street that we've recreated, and keep the playing field level that was previously unlevel, like for the last century almost. So
Right. This is our one opportunity to actually have control of finance. The control of finance can be in the hands of the people, and the bankers and the investors in Wall Street are starting to get their claws into it, and we got to keep them out of the cookie jar. It's our turn, right? This is for the people.
definitely.
Ladies and gentlemen,
really understand that yet, and having these kind of streams like this and raising awareness is important.
absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, we are fighting on the front lines of freedom, okay? The battles that we fight in this new war will be fought on your cell phone, on your computer, on your television screen, and in your mind, okay? And we are fighting on those front lines of freedom. So we need you to show up and show out and hit that like button, send in gifts, get this platform pushed into the algorithm, because today is important. Any other day, slack off. I don't care. You know what I've realized is I'm actually more popular than I realized, because there are dozens and dozens, if not hundreds or thousands of fake accounts of me that have hundreds of thousands of followers each. And I may not get the credit for it. I don't care. It's about getting the message out there. So today is the day to shine, ladies and gentlemen. Today is the day to be hitting the like button, to be engaged, to stay for the entire show, listen to what we have to say, debate about it, come on to the Discord and have your voice be heard, ask your questions, be involved, and actually make a difference in the space. That's why we're here. We want to make a difference. We want to secure our freedom. Turn off the music while you guys are talking. All right. I should probably turn it off anyway here. All right. It's time to kill the music. So what's up, brother? You wanna do a little prequel back and forth? Let's talk Clarity Act, brother. Where you stand? What are you feeling? What are your thoughts?
I'll be honest, I'm not really 100% sure of the legislation of it. I know people have been talking about that, the Clarity Act. My stance on the whole thing is we need to protect decentralized finance at all costs. There's never been a better investment vehicle for the common man that's ever existed, like in our lifetimes. Like, we have an opportunity here to be our own institution, and I think that needs to be protected. So whatever this legislation is trying to push out there, I think that kind of verbiage needs to be involved in it. The scary thing is most people don't really know about like DeFi like that. They when people trade crypto, they trade on Coinbase. That's actually how I knew about what's that? The Stand with Cryptos, because I've used them quite a few times on Coinbase, like just to reach out to my local senators and whatnot.
And you're one of the few that do that. Most people, they'll sit here and they'll they'll complain about, what's going on, what the rules are, what the laws are, but they don't actually do anything about it. They don't get involved. They don't get into politics. They don't let their voices be heard. They don't write letters. They don't write emails. They don't do anything. Stand with Crypto literally makes it easy. They wrote the letter for you. They have
for real.
It's literally like click and it's done for you.
Exactly.
My main concern with the Clarity Act is, and it can be molded, right? It's not set in stone. It's only passed in the House. It's moved into the Senate. And when it's in the Senate, it has the opportunity to evolve and change into something much better, more refined, right? Mm-hmm. And the issue that I have with it is it does need refining. And we're going to get into that a little bit later. I'm going to talk more on that. But, we want institutions to come into crypto, right? that's going to pump our bags. That's why everybody wants the Clarity Act, because it's going to basically make it so the SEC doesn't regulate it anymore, and it's the CFTC that regulates it now. That's basically what the Clarity Act does. So that allows institutions to be able to buy things like XRP, right? Well, as of right now, institutions can't buy XRP because the injunction is still in place. Well, once the law changes, and this is something I've been saying all year long, all last year, once the law changes, then that will change, and you will see institutions come into XRP and other projects as well. But a lot of them are hands off right now because there's not enough clarity. There's not enough, set in stone, concrete. Should we be getting into this or not? They want to, but these are institutions where if they do something wrong and mess up, they can lose everything, right? They have a lot at stake. So we have to provide an on-ramp for the institutions to come in. So that's like the main focus that everyone's focused on, but everyone's lost sight of, do we want to give up our security and our legitimacy as the holders, as the retail, as the consumer, right?
What security would you be giving up, I guess, would be my question.
Well, we're going to get into that.
Gotcha.
But in a nutshell, basically, Jesse, if you want to come in to the Discord, I would much appreciate if you would come in, because I don't have the Clarity Act pulled up, but she's our fact checker for the show. Jesse, if you're here and you could, I'm not going to be having guests on the TikTok side of things today. It'll all be in the Discord. But I appreciate you sending that in. So, and make sure everybody's smashing that like button, subscribing to the channel, share the show with your friends. Stark says most people don't know what the Clarity Act consists of. Does he have a copy of it? That's one of the questions I'm going to ask him. Has he read it? Does he understand what it means? Like, those are the things we're going to be talking about today. Jesse, Revolution, if you are in the chat, if you could please come on, I would appreciate it. If you can, I understand. It would be, obviously, I'm asking you to donate your time to the cause here. By the way, can you guys hear the fan? I just turned the fan on. Is it annoying or are we good? Anyone? The fan annoying?
No, you're good. You're good.
All right, cool. This room gets hot, man. It's all like super soundproofed and everything, and because of that, it's freezing cold, yet this room is warm because of all the equipment that's on. So perfect. So yeah, back to the Clarity Act. The issue is basically it gives companies 4 years. It's like 3 years and some odd time. It's about basically 4 years to where they can operate outside of the SEC under the CFTC. And as long as they meet certain criteria, then they can become, once they prove that they're decentralized and they prove that they're certain, attributes that they have to achieve, right, over this 4-year period. Once they achieve that, then they basically can be ruled as a legitimate company or whatever. See, I can't even begin to understand and explain all of this. This is why we have the experts come on here.
So what you're talking about is the 3-year limit. So literally at 2 years and 30 days, at any time, they can rug pull everybody and be like, you know what, didn't make it as a coin, sorry. And so it's the Clarity Act is more so to protect the inventors and the government,
and
it does not protect and the institution. It does not protect, however, the investor and the daily consumer. And so the problem with the Clarity Act is that it was not written for people, everyday people. It was written for institutions to protect their money. Now they have, again, 3 years to decide if it's real or not. And the government, they know what, oh, it's real, it's not. And at any point in those 3 years, they can take all your money.
Right. So it gives
Whoa.
them less oversight for the 3-year period. Right now, as soon as they hit the market, they're under the SEC, right? So they're under strict guidelines. The CFTC has very loose and laxed guidelines. That's the difference here. Okay, so making the CFTC rule over crypto, as far as institutions go, they're in it and they can pretty much do whatever they want for that 3-year and 30-day period, which can be concerning to the investor, right? You want to get into a project early on, you could easily be rugged within that time frame. So the Boozman-Booker draft has language in it that not only gives that same leeway to the institutions to allow them to have the clarity of being able to know where they stand legally in owning and operating in crypto, but also it protects the investor as well and the consumer. So what I would like to see is a blend of the two together, and that's what is done in the Senate, right? So we need to educate the people that are, pushing for the Clarity Act, that like, hey, I'm down for the Clarity Act if they can add these little rewrites in it that are going to be good for us. Why do the institutions get all the good stuff and we get, the crumbs?
And it's to keep them protected, to help the market grow, but not have any legal backlash.
Right. So let's protect both, we are literally writing the framework for the future of finance. Let's get it right, guys. Don't rush something just to make your bags pump. Let's get this legislation right, and let's get the right things passed so that way we can have a strong foundation to build upon. Let's not give our
Especially in
power up.
California, because California sets the tone for many other states. And if people can call their local congressmen and Senate, all of that, they all contribute to what's decided once the Senate gets a hold of the bill. And the Senate can make changes at any time. But if we can establish something here in California, make those phone calls, and show up at meetings and push it in the right direction.
And I believe California, aren't the votes, because it is a republic, right? So each state has like a certain number of representatives and senators based upon the amount of people that live there. And
Yes.
California is one of the highest number of votes in the country. So
Correct.
Thank you.
So being
Yes.
plugged in here with the people of California that are running the show, we are making a dent here. This is not just, small beans. This is big picture stuff. Jesse, do you mind taking over for a second? I'm gonna message our guest real quick.
Okay. No, I don't think people think the Clarity Act is what it actually is. As I think it's been portrayed as something that, it's going to solve all of crypto's problems when it's really not. It can actually create further problems for investors, and I think people really need to understand that it does need to be fixed, and there needs to be some changes, because like with every I guess company, or take the pharmaceutical company for example, they can't be criminally held. They can't be criminally charged. They can be civilly charged because they are protected, and we don't want to create another market where the big companies are protected, yet the investors and consumers are just left out. And that's just unfortunately how the markets here work, and a lot of other places. And if this is the future of money, then we need to come to an understanding that protects everybody.
Well, I think that's why we need to have more live streams and spaces, whatever we call them, just like this. I mean, I'm learning in real time just hearing you guys talk, and I'm not a newbie to crypto whatsoever. I guess I'm a veteran, 2017. In crypto that's
Nice.
I got
50
1 year
years,
on you,
right?
brother. I got 1 year
Well,
on
in
you.
crypto that's 50 years, right? So, but this is something I really haven't paid attention to, and like you said, I've heard people mention briefly how it's gonna nothing that you guys said whatsoever, but they said something about our taxes and whatnot, and I don't know that this has anything to do with that whatsoever.
Yeah, this doesn't have anything to do with taxes. This is basically clarity for institutions, how they can operate their businesses with crypto, right? That's really all the Clarity Act does. And what we want to do is we want to not only have clarity on for institutions, but also clarity for the consumer, for the investor, and protections for them as well.
Yeah, definitely.
And that's why I don't like that they called it the Clarity Act, because it's not very clear unless you deep dive into it and you actually see what they're trying to say. And they're trying to be like, well, you can't, not exactly, but they want it so you can't legally go after these people, which is why they give you the 3-year cushion, that at any time you can be like, you know what, this isn't going to work, and pull it. And that to me is should be concerning to anybody, because 3 years is a long time. 3 years is a long time to, cast a net and pull something in, and then when you pull it in, you just let it all go, and that to me is very worrisome.
So TikTok seller says, so when is it being voted for in the Senate, or is it being worked on? Like, what's happening? Jesse, can you look into that real quick? I believe
It's still been sitting in the Senate. It has not been voted on. It has not been changed. It is just one of the many bills that are sitting on there. Unfortunately, because of the way that America is happening right now, and all the weird stuff that's going on, and war and economic problems, it hasn't been a priority, and I don't think it will be until other people higher up get enough coins to rug before it's regulated.
it's my understanding that 2027 to 2029 is the predicted timeline for 2027 is when it is predicted to pass, and 2029 is when it's predicted to be implemented.
The problem with that is it's like GTA 6. How long have we been waiting for that damn game to come out, And it's one of those things they're like, we'll deal with it next year. We'll deal with it next year. We'll deal with it next year. And I have a feeling that's what's going to happen. There's too many problems with it to pass on both sides. And so as long as that lingers, no, they never want to do the work, dude. They're still on vacation, like they don't even like doing their normal job. So for having them to actually sit down, look at this bill, decide, and how it gets implemented, I think we've got more than a few years out.
Yeah, I think this is one thing I've been saying all year long since I started streaming, is that regulation takes time. We know Josh, right? Josh was like, no, it's happening. It's going to happen in July all last year. Remember that? And, here we are. But yeah, these things take time. Laws aren't written overnight. You have to understand, this is the structure for the world's financial institution of money, right? This is not something that we can rush. This is not something that we want to rush. This is something that we want to get it right. And that's why I'm here, and that's why I'm working on this, and why I'm pushing so hard, and I'm really plugged, because I have a million other leads of guests that I could have come on. the show right now. I have stacks and stacks of business cards and stuff because I've been out pounding the pavement. Y'all have been wondering, oh, Oz, where you been? I took 2 months off. No, I didn't take 2 months off. I've been pounding the pavement and making connections to make this happen so that way you guys aren't just talking to the same people on the internet over and over and over and hearing the same regurgitated nonsense, to get people who are actually building this technology, actually writing the legislation, actually pushing it in the Senate, right? These are the people that are writing the petitions. They're doing all the real work that's being done, right? I've been making those connections, and I'm pushing for this because the primaries are coming up. And I do believe that they are going to use the primaries as a way to push this legislation through, because they know that a lot of people want crypto, especially, the Trump side of people. They want crypto. And what's great about Stand With Crypto is they are bipartisan. They're one of the things they say is that you don't have to hate crypto just because you're a Democrat, and you don't have to love crypto just because you're a Republican. It doesn't have to be a bifurcated thing. It's something that we can all come together and realize that our money system is broken. It needs to be fixed. These are the rails in which we can fix it, but let's make sure we do it right, chat. Mother, I see you in there. What's going on, Mom? Just lurking in the background? All right. Everybody, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, share the show with your friends, follow me on all platforms at Ozthecryptogoat. We're going to set a goal right now. Well, we need one more heart me. Let's meet this goal first. We need one heart me. When we reach these goals, it boosts us into the algorithm. One person with a heart me is going to make a big difference right now. Anyone that hasn't sent in a heart me yet, much appreciated to anyone that can do that. How does the Clarity Act affect BAS? Starks, come on to the Discord, buddy, and let's have a chat. And these are the questions you're going to want to ask Callie, and he may not have all the answers. We're going to continually have more people. My plan is to get, the representative to come on here, the congressman, the senators. That is the overall goal here, so let's dive into those deep questions, and let's make it. Starks, thank you for the heart me, appreciate it. Let's see here. Let's set a new live goal. Let's see here. We want to do a big one, because that is what's going to really push the algorithm here. And we want to push the algorithm today. We need a galaxy. I know it seems like a lot. If you can, great. If you can't, no big deal. Let me see here. What is going on? I guess it's already up there. Set a new goal. Yeah. I don't know what's wrong with TikTok. It doesn't work anymore. Nothing on TikTok works anymore. I'm getting really sick of it. We love TikTok Shop. TikTok Shop is amazing. Everybody hit the like button. If you can, send a gift. Every shape or size is great. Galaxies, for some reason, they're like something about them. When you send a galaxy, it is like an algorithm boost. It is like the holy grail of gifts that you can send. I understand it's like $10, guys. So if you can't afford to do it, no big deal. Mother Dragons, thank you so much for the rose hand. I appreciate that.
Is he the BSA? Is he talking about the Bank Secrecy Act? Is that what he's talking about?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so one doesn't really affect the other. Um, especially when it comes to crypto. Like, okay, so the Clarity Act, who is regulated by whom? BSA is what money laundering rules they must follow. So it's not doesn't weaken or override. They're pretty much equal. There wouldn't be a like a dissident. They're pretty much one exists and then the other exists, just like anything else.
Yeah, I don't think it really one affects the other.
No.
The main concern we have here is the Clarity Act gives institutions all the power and takes all the power from the people. We want to make sure that the power stays in the hands of the people because we have our hands on it, guys. Our hand is in the cookie jar first. This is our opportunity to keep our hand in the cookie jar first before the institutions, and to secure ourselves financially and secure ourselves in investments, because right now crypto is not an investment. Okay, it's a speculative investment, right? We are all speculating that because of A and B we're going to get C, right? That's where we're at. We don't know. As of right now, it's magic internet money as far as I'm concerned. So we want to make sure that when we set the guidelines, we do it in a way where we don't lose control, because we will spiral out of control very quickly.
Yeah, that's a real thing, man. Once the institutions jump in, they've taken so long and delayed their entrance, and they've seen other countries, other organizations like jumping in. I guess I could just say America in general has waited so long to come in, and they're used to controlling the system, right? And they don't have control over this. So that's one thing they're going to attempt to do is regain control, right?
Exactly, because right now the crypto space is being controlled by the investors and the consumers, and then that's what they don't want. They don't I don't know why, and this is not just our country because I'm not blind, but but that's their point. They need to have control over it because only they can make money, and you can get maybe some of the sprinkles on the donut, but that's about it. That's about as far as they're going to let you go. And once they have their hand on it, they're never going to take their hand off. So when people don't understand, as far as if you make money now before that passes, you're going to be okay. But if you don't, especially with this bad market, by the time that Clarity Act gets passed, you're going to have very little leeway and what you can and cannot do.
And basically all the risk will fall on us as investors and none of the risk on to institutions. And that's basically what we have now. When the banks messed up in 2008, who paid for it? Who bailed them out? We did.
Yes.
Do we really want to create another system like that?
Well, I mean, take it a step further. As the GameStop AMC fiasco, right? When a bunch of retail investors got together and pulled a Wall Street on Wall Street, Wall Street put a halt to them. They you know, stopped trading for those assets so they could
Banks are
liquidate
trying
their
to kill
shorts
your
and
crypto reward.
prevent themselves from going out of business. But it happens to the consumer every single day.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And, it's high time we had, because literally that's why we're all gung-ho about crypto, right? We want a new way to do money, right? That's why we're here, right? We see it coming. We have an opportunity to do things in a way that are actually good in the long run. Why do we want crypto? Because it's deflationary, not inflationary. It's literally the opposite of what we have now. So why would we want to create a mirrored system of something we already have? We want to keep the power with the people. Everyone, I need
Okay,
you all to
okay.
smash that like button right now, subscribe to the channel, share the show with your friends, follow me on all platforms. But I need you guys right now to share the show out. I need you guys to hit the like button. Viewership is down. We got slapped in the face with a banana yesterday, and because of that, viewership is way down right now. I need you guys to come together. I need my liking warriors. I need my sharing warriors. I need everyone to show up and show out and boost us in the algorithm, guys. I need you guys today because we do have a guest. Any other day, I don't care, but we need this information to get out there. So everybody put a W in the chat on TikTok. Everybody, W's in the chat. Go into TikTok right now. Put a W in the chat. Spam the chat with emojis, whatever you want. Keep that chat rolling. If you don't see something coming up in the chat, pop something in there real quick. Keep it moving, guys. We need to boost this algorithm and get things going. We need everyone to engage simultaneously and work together. I see Cali Crypto in the TikTok right now. Let's boost up this algorithm, get it going. What's up, brother? How you doing, man? So we are on the Discord right now. If you want to join in a little bit early, I know 6:30 is our time frame. We're just trying to get the algorithm rolling on TikTok right now. But Cali Crypto 714, make sure you guys send him a follow. Everyone in the chat, send him a follow. That's our special guest for tonight. We're going to be talking and having a little Q&A. Yeah, dude, share it out. Absolutely. Thank you very much. We got slapped in the face with a banana yesterday. Somebody wanted me to do some TA on Mon and wanted me to say that it was going to go to $100. And I can't do that. I can't lie to you people. And so he flagged us for misinformation. So unfortunately,
Wow.
our algorithm is suffering a little bit today. So we'll get past it. You know, it happens, but unfortunately, that's something we have to deal with here on TikTok is the bad actors. If you're not shilling somebody's project for them, they retaliate against you. And unfortunately, TikTok is the only platform where your haters can retaliate against you as a creator. It's unreal. But unfortunately, it's the platform where the most educated crypto people reside. And so I'm hoping to bring all that community together into the Discord, and but also, unfortunately, at the same time, TikTok is very addictive and people just do not want to leave the platform. And I wish I hadn't started on this platform because it's kind of been detrimental to growth over the long term because of everything that happened over the last year with TikTok possibly getting shut down and different things. It's definitely been a roller coaster. Yes, because we're fighting for crypto as a whole. We're going to show crypto for everyone. Well, that's the thing is I don't shill, man. I'm here to be the voice of reason when everyone is screaming XRP to 100K. I think there was a guy that literally said 250K XRP by 2030. Those types of people, like, yeah, low information viewers, like, and it's like, I'm not here to clown on the guy. I'm here to let him know, like, hey, like, let's do some math, okay? Let's do a little bit of math. Maybe you skipped that day, but we're going to go over it today and I'm going to teach you. That's what it's about. It's about having the right information so we don't get wrecked. And I think a lot of these bad actors, I think they know better. I think they know that XRP is not going to 250K, but they want to put it out there because they top blasted it at, $3.60 or something like that, and they're down and they're looking to pump their bag as well. And that's one of the biggest issues I have with crypto is everyone is so concerned about pumping their bags and less concerned about the integrity and the infrastructure of crypto itself. And really what they're doing is they're offboarding the new people that are onboarding. All the new people coming into crypto are being pushed away by all the scammers. They're being pushed away by all the fake accounts. They're being pushed away because they're getting burned on some meme coin or some whatever, you know. We need to be helping these people, informing them, welcoming them with open arms, and showing them how to make money in this space, and helping them grow in their education in crypto, and not burning them and then pushing them out of the space. Because if adoption is what you really want, that's not how you achieve it.
Also, if you don't know, ask questions. Never take anyone at face value. And my thing, and I'm going to use XRP as an example, is that, oh, it's going to 1K. Show me. Math your math for me. Show me your data. And do not listen to anyone who says multiplier. If that sentence starts with multiplier, they are lying to you. They show you this weird little graphic bullshit. Sorry, BS, they are lying to you, okay? Do your own research. It's okay to listen to other people and gather information, but please, please look for yourself. Research it. Never trust, not even us, research it. Don't trust anything. You want to look in for yourself, because these people will lie and they want you to do what they want you to do so that they can pull out of the market. It has nothing to do with helping you or that they actually believe it, but they need you to waste your money so they can make money.
Yeah, it's a sad thing. Go ahead.
Yeah, you're just they're the new people are just the next person or the last person's exit liquidity, right? And we've seen it for years within blockchain with all the scam coins. We push these coins, and you got a cabal of, I guess we can call them influencers, working together to put something up. What are you doing, Oz? I'm missing something. I don't know.
I'm telling everybody to tap the screen.
Gotcha.
Hit the like button, baby.
I thought I was doing something
thinking the
wrong for a
same thing.
second, bro. I thought I was doing something wrong for a second.
No, you're good. You're good.
But yeah, you got a cabal of influencers, working together to promote these scam coins, and just I saw somebody make a post on Twitter one day, and I had to laugh because it was actually funny, but it's not funny at the same time. But he said he discovered the infinite money glitch. He says the rug pull. He says every time I rug pull somebody, there's someone new to rug pull. And he was like one of them, probably pump.fun guys, something like that. And he's making a joke, but that's the reality of it. Is
Exactly.
people want to come in and they think because they heard a story about they're going to turn $100 into $1 million,
and those same people that are doing that are the same people that are whining and complaining that new people aren't onboarding onto it, and that the mass population of people think that crypto is a scam. Well, why do you think that?
Well, because 90+% of it is, right?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, yeah.
There's at least 1,000 accounts with my name on it, and they've got 100,000 followers, and they're using my content. Yeah, they're using my content. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. They're following the wrong person. They follow that content, and then next thing you know, they're talking to a scammer that's saying like, hey, you can do this and you can copy my trades and I'm going to make you rich and blah, 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 blah. That's not me. I'm never going to message you directly. I'm never going to say, hey, how's your trading experience going? That's not me, guys. But that's part of the problem.
Yeah.
How are we supposed to onboard people into crypto if we're doing that?
I mean, social media has its own problems too, because there's so many botted accounts on every platform.
Yeah.
So inevitably in our space, the crypto space, us using social media as our mediums to promote, I mean, we're going to attract that element.
Yeah. Unfortunately, when money's involved, there's always shady characters. But it's up to us as the community to find the newcomers and take them under our wing, educate them, guide them down the right path, and not use them as exit liquidity. That's the main goal. Yeah. Especially as an influencer, as a creator, you have to be upheld by the utmost integrity. It is your job to influence these people in the right direction. And coming out and speaking on things that you're uneducated about is part of the problem. You know, I see a lot of new creators, I call them, because there's a difference between a creator and influencer, right? There's a lot of different people that come into the space and they don't know what they're talking about. They haven't, they don't even know. And they just got in, you know, July of last year. You know, it's their first, and now all of a sudden they're going to teach you how to get into something. Their only concern is onboarding people.
Yeah, I encountered that today actually online, and I won't name accounts or whatever. But yeah, the individual was promoting new layer one proof of work, claiming all these things. When you start asking like basic crypto questions, like, you know, hey, why does it, if you're saying this is a layer one, why does it have an Ethereum address? You couldn't answer the question. It was like it was like yeah, it's bad. And then you got new people coming in and he's telling these people how, you know, how they made hundreds of thousands of dollars by mining this coin, and you can do the same thing. I'm not going to show you, but you can do a 15-minute call with us and I'll get you on. And yeah, you can always tell if you're experienced because you ask basic questions, like it's something you should know about how to navigate through an Explorer, right? And if they can't answer like the basic questions, you know,
You know, but the thing is
yes.
the people who don't know, they get fooled. And that's the problem, is we want to not push people away. We want to embrace them.
But that's the problem. All this, we have these people who are shilling these coins, and these poor people who are trying to get into crypto who get really excited, and then, you know, they're watching the wrong person. You're right, they're not being educated, they're not getting any of those things. And so what ends up happening is they're like, I don't want any part of this. Either they lose money or they lose interest. Like, my grandmother still writes checks because she doesn't trust credit cards. She still, till this day, writes checks. And what you're creating, what people are creating, whether they realize it or not, by scamming people, is a distrust in crypto, and it's never going to be bigger than that.
Hey, everybody. We've got Cali Crypto in the house. If you want to turn your camera on, that's fine. If not, if you want to do voice, that's cool too, brother. Glad to have you, man.
All right, there you are. All right, give me 1 second. I'm gonna turn on the camera. Let me put on my AirPod too, so I can hear you. But what's up, Oz? Good to see you.
Yeah, good to see you too, man.
What's up? Good to see you guys. And
Hello.
Affirmation, nice to meet you, bro.
Absolutely. And we have a very educated group of people here in crypto. And I want to tell everybody that's in the chat, that's watching the live right now, click the Discord link in the bio if you want to come and join the lounge voice chat and let your voice be heard and your thoughts in crypto. Please feel free to come in and join the conversation because we have strength in numbers. When we come together as a community and we work together to get to the bottom of these things and to address the issues that are at hand, we are making a difference.
Spreading information, especially like the correct information, is more important. We're not going to sit here and be like, you need to buy ABC. It's more of, if you're going to take these steps, don't just listen to other people, research yourself, because if not, these other people will shill you a coin that they're just trying to rug.
Absolutely. So don't forget to smash that like button, guys. Subscribe to the channel. Share the show with your friends. Follow me at Ozthecryptogoat, all lowercases, no spaces. You can follow Cali at CaliCrypto714, I believe it is. He's on X and I believe TikTok as well. There he is, the man of the hour. Let's pull you up here, put you on the big screen.
Can you hear me okay? Am I coming in all right?
Yeah, you sound good,
Yeah,
brother.
All right, appreciate it. You're coming out. I hear you coming from the Mac Mini. The settings. I just accidentally just pressed something right now, but I appreciate you guys having me. It was awesome once again seeing you guys at the Stand with Crypto event in Hollywood. It's always nice seeing friendly faces, familiar faces, and also really great to meet new faces too. So if you guys are anywhere in the United States, there's always events going on in your area. Definitely tap in with Stand with Crypto, and hit me up if you wanted to find out who's the president charter of your state too. Hit me up, send me a DM, and then let's get you connected. So then everybody should be involved in these events, whether meeting each other or finding out what we can do to push this forward. Especially with I know the topic's been the Clarity Act, and I will say that I'm just a regular guy. I'm not a professional. I didn't go to college. I've been in crypto since 2021. So I'm very new to crypto still and learn every day. But I do know that we need clarity. We need transparency to set the tone. Because like I was listening to you earlier, Oz, you were saying that it's important. We need to get this right because this is like we're the beginning stages of this being pushed to the masses, right? Once we get this really honed down to a point where everything's fair on both sides, I think this market can really start moving in a way that we've kind of been waiting and wanting it to.
Absolutely. And I actually so I've been on the Stand with Crypto website, and I've seen the letter, read the letter and everything, and it's very simple, guys. All you do is go to their website and you type in your name and address and a couple little things, and boom, the letter's pre-set up for you. You can send it out. It's very quick and easy to do. And here's the thing, brother. I haven't sent my letter in yet. I've actually sent in a letter personally on my own. I've actually been pushing on this platform for people to basically write their senators, write their congressmen. We're moving into primaries right now. And it only takes a few handful of people to actually do that to make a difference. So when we come together as a community and we actually let our voices be heard, now is the time to get them heard, because we are going into the primaries right now. And so maybe after they're not going to listen so much, but right now is the time to be making the moves and make things happen. One question I wanted to have with you, obviously we're speaking about the Clarity Act, and there are some things that I love about the Clarity Act, and there are some things that I somewhat disagree with, and I'm not sure where you stand with that. And maybe you don't even know about it. My whole goal here is to educate people, and you're in the space. You're influencing the most powerful and influential people in politics that are surrounded in this and in the community. And so my main concern is with the Clarity Act is we have, and I'll let Revolution go into this a little bit more. With the Clarity Act, the way it's written now, it gives clarity for financial institutions, which allows them to basically be under the CFTC instead of the SEC, right? That's basically what it does. We can't hear you, brother. I think you're muted.
We got two different agencies that we're talking about right there for banks. So the clarity and what we need to, the transparency, and one also being able to understand. We just literally had Gary Gensler and the Biden administration that were really against crypto as a whole. A lot of misinformation was being put out there about using it for bad, right? For what are the words I'm looking for?
They were suppressing it.
They were suppressing it, but also, I mean, they say that's for drug dealers to be able to hide their money and wash your money. You can do that now with fiat. You can do that anywhere. There's always going to be bad actors everywhere you go, right? But the one thing that I love about crypto is because it's on the blockchain, right? So if we're hiding money, there's no hiding money when it's on the blockchain. It's completely public. So this is one of the main things I think people need to understand. If you're out here trying to do something shady, you're going to get caught. You hear about scams and people getting their funds stolen. Well, there's a way to track this down, and there are companies out here that can help you for a fee to be able to find where your funds have gone. But going back to the Clarity Act, I mean, we need to define what different digital assets are. Bitcoin, Ethereum, they're different. They're different, right? We have Gold 2.0 with Bitcoin, and then we have altcoins, and then we have meme coins. So we need to get to a place where, is a meme coin like a casino? And speaking of casinos, you're in Vegas, so, or what are altcoins as a whole? So are they layer twos? There's so many things out here. Stable coins is another thing that we're talking about. Right now, I just made a video, and the banks are trying to lobby against us again, trying to sneak something on there to take the rewards, the stable coin rewards away from us.
Yeah, they just
Right
did
now-
that on Coinbase, where basically you have to be a Coinbase member to get the APY for holding stable coins, and it used to be like 5%, and now it's like 2.3%. It's ridiculous.
It's going up and down, and I think we're gonna see a point where we finally get to a clear understanding, hopefully in one and done, right? And I think this is why it's important to be able to let our voices be heard. Now, being able to sign up with Stand with Crypto, and let our voices be heard by sending an email to your legislator, Senate. It's super simple. When you go to standwithcrypto.org, it takes minutes, if that. It's really easy. It's really set up for the user. It's so simple. But it's just all about getting there and putting your email address in there. It'll also, by your email address and your address, it'll locate which senator is in your area, if they're pro or if they're against, pro or con, right? And then you can email them directly. But yeah, no, it's important, especially because we're so early in the stages of getting rules and regulations here with our government. It's very imperative because, look, I'm a father. I want things to be fair as we're going on for generations. I want there to be a clear regulation. Isn't it? I think it's unfair that we still have to use VPN in order to get some coins, right? Why is that?
Yeah, and that's because there is no clarity. We don't have
Right.
a way to legislate it here in the United States. Other countries, yeah, no problem. But here, can't get it.
Right. So we have to use VPN, and hypothetically, we do that. But once again, I think once we get all these rules and regulations done, and we're consistent and fair, we're going to be able to start building again here in the United States. That's something else that we had to deal with, Oz. People leaving the United States because they were strongholding us. They were holding us down. So they're like, you know what? Let's go to El Salvador.
Yeah.
Let's go to Puerto
Puerto
Brazil.
Rico and Dubai. And honestly, when I was at Rare Evo, because I just, I made a ton of money this year or last year in crypto. And they're like, oh, well, are you moving out of the country yet or what? And I'm just like, well, no, I like it here. And they're like, well, you're going to have to deal with the taxes because of this and that. And they're telling me like, hey, man, you should at least establish a place in Puerto Rico or Dubai or something. And I'm like, man, like, is that really how we want to live, where we're pushing people out of our country because of, legislation issues and tax issues? And Trump said, no tax on crypto, but I haven't seen anything come to fruition on that. And I doubt we get that at all. But it would be nice to, see things progress further. Obviously, we need clarity before we can even get to a tax-free crypto, So one thing I wanted to ask you about is, so I do have some concerns about the Clarity Act, and a lot of my community does as well. It basically shields institutions, but it leaves the investor and the consumer at risk. And this problem has actually been solved. Have you heard of the Boozman-Booker draft?
I have not.
Definitely look into it. So these are senators that are working in the Senate to basically, what they've done is they've added everything that we have in the Clarity Act, and they've also added protections for the individuals. And this is our opportunity. Usually when something gets passed in the House, it moves to the Senate, and then it gets rewritten a little bit. It gets changed a little bit. It never stays exactly the same, right? And I think it's very important that we let our senators and representatives know that we want clarity. We want institutions to have that clarity, but we also want security for investors at the same time. And right now, that's the one thing that the Clarity Act is lacking. So definitely look into the Boozman-Booker draft. That is, if we can get that put into the Clarity Act, it's got my full backing. Right now, I'm 50-50 with, you know what I mean? But I think it's very important that we don't just push something because it's going to pump our bags and it's going to get institutions into it, right? We also want to make sure that as an investor, and the consumer, we're secured as well. And you see yourself as a consumer. You said you have a family, and so we want to make sure we get this right. We want to make sure that we push forward the legislation that is not only going to move us in the right direction, but also secure ourselves as the individual. Because the way the Clarity Act is written right now, it basically is mirroring the way the banks operated in 2008, right? And they were sending out loans and doing shady shit. And who got bailed out? The banks did. And who paid for it? The people did. And right now, that's paving the way for this new financial institution to be operated in, to where the institutions are covered, but the people are not. And so we want to make sure that when it goes into the Senate, it is written in a way that it also protects us, the investor. And, it's, for me, I find it kind of, I wouldn't say disheartening, but it kind of breaks my spirit a little bit to see, and don't take this in the wrong way at all, okay? But to see people of your stature and your influence not even knowing about the Boozman-Booker draft, when it's literally, obviously it's a bit new, right? It hasn't been around as long as the Clarity Act, and the Clarity Act's very new as well. But you being in the position you're in, and Miss Nifty being in the position she's in, and you guys knowing about this and understanding it, you have an opportunity to stand up and be the voice for the people to actually get the right legislation pushed in and passed.
Right now, can you hear me okay? Because I don't think I was coming in through the AirPods at all.
I hear you just fine, brother.
Okay. So right now, the bottom line is the Clarity Act isn't just legal talk. It's what crypto is, right? It's also what crypto rewards look like right now. Whether users can continue earning, okay? Also innovation here in the United States, or is it going to need to be moved elsewhere? Right now we have what we call a market structure, what's being trying to be pushed so we can protect our earning rewards, our yield. Right now is where we need to really band together, and we may have different positions and perspectives, but right now what's really being on the table right now is this market structure. We need to go ahead and send that email in so we can protect our stable coin rewards on also earning yield. Right now it's somewhere sitting between like 3 to 5%. That's a lot better than 0.01% that you can get in the savings account with Chase. I'll tell you that right now. And I think we can all agree with that right now. So right now, that is the main objective. I think one step at a time is where we need to go. One battle at a time as they be coming up. And you do have a great point, Oz. You do have a great point. But we do need to once again let our voices be heard. And I think with going to these events, talking to people with like Miss Nifty, myself, so we can also put our perspectives in them and say, hey, what about this? Because not one person can think of all of it, right? we all got to come together and be able to help one another out. And this is why we're doing spaces and lives just like this with you, Oz. And I love how you're running the show right now at the moment. I'm going to be coming more here because I like what I see and I like what I hear. And I like how you're trying to educate because, man, we need a lot more educators out there, not only for the people that have been here for years, but for the people that are just getting started. My kids are getting started. They've been hearing me talk about crypto a long time. But you know what? Since I haven't made it big and they haven't seen the Lambo yet, they're not so much bought into it. They have crypto, don't get me wrong, because I have forced them to download some hot wallets and I've sent some crypto over to them and they do hold. But sooner or later, once this Clarity Act gets passed, once things get hopefully fair for everybody, not just the 1%, maybe we can start seeing crypto days like we did back in 2021 and pass and in the past, bro, because right now, I mean, we're all holding. I hope all of us are holding. I hope we're all, just staying positive because this market is unruly, bro. This market does not care whether you're holding or not holding. So you just, man, keep working, guys, keep building and don't give up because we are really in the forefront of this right now. And I mean, the adoption curve, we're not even at the top of the adoption curve right now, Oz. This is how early we are, bro. And I feel like I came late to the game in 2021, but no, we are still in those early stages, bro.
So early. When I was at Rare Evo, the developers of this technology kept saying, we're 5 to 10 years out minimum before even the first real stages of adoption. And, one thing I've been telling my community is like, we're not going to it's going to take years for legislation. Everyone was like, oh yeah, we're going to get the Clarity Act in July. It's going to happen. I'm like, no, bro, like it's going to take years. I'm thinking 2027, is when we'll actually have a vote on the Clarity Act. And I think it's a good thing though, that we're not rushing it. And we have Boozman and Booker, two senators in the Senate that are, redrafting the Clarity Act. And, that's how it works, right? It passes in the House, it goes to the Senate redrafts it, and then it gets voted on and passed from there, right? They get in the aisles and they argue back and forth. So like, I'm for the Clarity Act. I'm just for the reversion of it, if right. You get what I'm saying, right? And I think it's important for people like you, me, the community, everyone around us to know those changes that can be made and are on the table, and to make sure that we're here, we're educated in it. And so when we do go to our senators, when we are clicking that button and sending out those letters, it has that information in there as well. Because this is our opportunity. Like we said, we want to make sure we get it right. This is the foundation of everything that we're trying to build here. And without a foundation, a house will crumble.
You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. And it's funny that you said 2027 because Europe is going to be pushing for more regulations in 2027. And who are they looking at, Oz, when they're going to be doing their thing over there? Us.
California really is. California,
right?
New York,
right.
Texas, Florida are running the show here, right?
We set the tone for the rest of the country.
Absolutely.
We absolutely do.
And that's so Revolution right there. Revolution. You met her at the little get together. How you doing, Revolution?
Yeah, it was really nice of you guys to come down from Nevada. Not a lot of people will make that trip, but you guys definitely did, and I really appreciate that. It was really nice seeing you guys again. Is that where we met at Rare Evo? This last one that just happened last year?
So we met at Rare Evo, and then we linked back up in San Diego, and then I saw you again in LA. Hollywood. So we've actually had a few run-ins together. Rare Evo, I was a little bit more focused on content creation and building my brand and whatnot. And then that's why, and once I was able to link into new connections, that's where I was down in San Diego again. I'm always traveling, bro. If you're gonna be in Chicago and you got something coming up, call me. I might be there. You know what I mean? That's how I
like
live.
Chicago too.
Yeah.
Are you in Chicago a lot?
Not yet, but sometimes it depends. I've been to Chicago like 9 times or so. I go around. I do a lot of different things. I've toured the country 7 times. And in a different state every day, kind of traveling, bro. Like, so I get around.
Oh, you have no kids, right?
No, I have kids. I have
You have
kids.
kids.
Yeah, and I do
Oh.
less of it now. Like, Crypto Rap wanted me. He was with me in San Diego when we were there. He wanted me to come with him to Dubai, and it was just like last minute. And like, I had like basically 2 days. I was like, bro, I got like a family and shit. Like, I can't do that. I'm like, maybe I can do Denver in February, but like, we'll see.
Oh my gosh, man, I know my 10-year-old kind of holds me back a little bit. Not gonna lie, but at the end of the day, Oz, we have to be present parents. It's very
Absolutely.
important, especially as men, that we be present because kids need their dads as much as they need their moms. They need their dads too. But yeah, especially. But yeah, no, keep grinding, bro. I love it. Are you gonna go to the I'm sorry, the SCES over there going down on the 9th, right? In a couple days.
Where's it at?
Over there in Vegas. There's an event going on over there.
Oh.
CES events. It's an electronics event.
Oh yeah, people have been talking about that. Is it like crypto related though? It's just electronics though, right? It's kind of like the NAM show, right?
It's Consumer Technology Association. It's from the 6th to the 9th, actually from today until the 9th.
Yeah, everyone's been talking about it, but it's not really more or less what I'm involved with. I get it though, it is kind of parallels crypto a little bit, but I'm more interested in like meeting with the people that are already like into crypto and stuff, and like meeting people like you to come on the show and we can talk and we can I can push back a little bit. Obviously, yes, I want the Clarity Act to be pushed, but I also and I want people to reach out to their senators. I want them to reach out to their congressmen. I want them to, be on the phone and writing emails and doing all the different stuff. At the same time, I want people like you to see what I see the world through my eyes, and I want to see the world through your eyes, so that way we can come together as a community and we can talk these things out, because yeah, go ahead.
Okay, I have a stupid question and then a less stupid question. Okay, so one, how did you get your kids into crypto? Because if I see crypto one more time in front of my kids, I'm almost sure there's going to be a mutiny. And second, I've been reading a lot about this of AI versus crypto and how AI is going to change crypto for everybody. Because remember, AI learns on its own. And if you ask like something like ChatGPT about a certain coin, it will start adapting to your questions and then start telling you what you want to hear. And to me, that's a problem, because then it's just regurgitating, oh, wait, they're asking these specific questions. How do I now turn this into what they want to hear within reason? And so that, to me, I've noticed a lot lately. They're like, well, ChatGPT. I'm like, but did you make it conform to what you want to hear? And that, everyone's using it now. And is that going to be a process of spreading misinformation, or is it going to be realistic? Is just my question. Like, how do you see that going down as we move forward?
Well, the kids is definitely and I know they cringe every time they hear, right?
Yes, they do.
cringe. But yeah, but this is what I do. This is what we do, right? We're learning
Right.
about crypto, we're educating, we're trying to push some really good information that can help people in the long term, not the short term, like, hey, buy this meme coin and write it up and then sell, and then you're gonna buy your Lambo. No, it doesn't. See, these meme coins, it don't work like that anymore for me. Like, if I'm gonna invest in a meme coin, and I'm not in any meme coins right now at all, they gotta be alive at least 3 months. Because
Right? Yeah.
I'm like, no way am I jumping into anything. I like those glasses, Oz. I like them. Oh, I think I have those. Oh, the Cardano glasses. Okay. But then getting to AI, man, that's a rabbit hole that I've seen some people actually go crazy with and hurt some people, you know. But then there's also the good side of it, where you have MLMs, machine language models, where they're actually helping people. My dad's having surgery, knee surgery this month, and there's a robot that's going to be performing the surgery, right? But
Oh
then we
my gosh.
also, on the other hand, we have a
That's
company
scary.
right? Isn't it crazy?
Nope. I'm not doing that.
There's robotics. Robotics are going to be taking over some of these jobs, and nobody wants to do anymore. That's another thing that we need to get ahead of as retail, Web3. I would like to say there's companies out here that where you can fractionalize those robots and take a part in ownership of those RWAs, right?
Every time
Now,
I get an Uber driver, I onboard them into crypto and into the space because they're the first ones to go.
which one do you tell them? I got a
Um,
couple I told them.
Well, I tell them to educate themselves first. I'm not going to shill them on anything. I say, get educated, come watch the show, come talk to me, message me, reach out to me. I'll coach you, I'll help you. But the Uber drivers are going to be the first ones to lose their jobs here. It's already happening.
Yep,
So
absolutely right.
I'm there with you. I believe and agree with you 100%.
So that's another D pin right there, decentralized. Oh my God, I already drew a blank. But anyways, Hive Mapper, Natix Network, these companies that you can use your cell phone like Natix to be able just to put it on your dashboard and collect data as you're driving around and be able to get paid in Natix. So things like that, using your phone to be able to collect data, send it off, and get rewarded. That's pretty cool. It was very easy to get onboard people into, especially those Uber drivers. They were like, what? I can make money just using my phone, using my car. Like, yeah, stop giving that data away to the big companies and actually make money off of it. So, but going back to the AI, Revo, there's a company out here called Rogue Evolution, Rogue AI Trading. They're making a autonomous trading bot. What is that? This is a bot that learns as it's losing, as it's winning, but all you have to do is hit a start and stop button. This completely removes the human emotion of, oh, it's going higher, or no, it's going to turn around and it's going to come back up right now. The AI does it for you. So we're at a pinnacle point, revolution, where I believe that AI, if it's put to good use, it can help a lot of us in a lot of different ways in doing things that none of us had ever thought we can do. I'm actually running a demo on that bot that I'm telling you right now. I've been running it since I've been on a space talking about it a little bit earlier today. I want to say right after I got done modding for Wendio, that would have been around 11 o'clock. This bot has, let's see, since then, it evaluates over 200,000 coins at once. And this is the demo, okay? Because the bot hasn't went live yet, so there is a demo available. But it's made $1,100. How many trades has it done? I'm looking right now, see if it can tell me. But it's done over. I can't find the number, but earlier I think I saw that it was over like 40 trades.
What are the fees on that bot?
0.0797, I believe it is. Very small fee.
That's not bad.
Okay, no, see, here's my problem. And if anyone in the space understands, and you're about to right now, I don't trust computers. I don't trust AI. I don't trust any of those things because I feel like, yes, I understand how helpful they can be, but when they pass regulation that legislation that you cannot regulate AI for 10 years, that is dangerous. That is very, very dangerous because you cannot put it in the right direction or the wrong direction. And
right,
what if it
the
starts?
big beautiful bill,
starting,
right? The big
right.
beautiful
So
bill
now,
says no regulation on AI whatsoever for the next 10 years.
So
Wow.
that is my issue because I don't have a problem with it if it's regulated. That makes sense to me. Like here's the bounds, don't go outside this bounds. But now it's illegal to regulate AI for 10 years. 10 years. Do you have any idea what AI could do in 10 years? It could topple an economy. It can make it the richest it's ever been. It can do so many different things. So that when I say AI against crypto, that's a real problem because what if the government decides, hey, feed it this information and it's going to feed it to everyone else? Let's pump this and rug it. Let's pump that and rug it. And unfortunately, that's a real possibility. And I know I'm negative. I don't mean to be negative, but that's my job is to look at every possible scenario, just not the one that makes everyone happy.
Oh, it can't be regulated for 10 years.
Yes.
Yes.
Holy moly. That is wild, bro. Because, yeah, you're absolutely right. I mean, what AI can do in a day, let alone 10 years, very crazy. And I'm reading on this right now. But let's see. But truthful lack of regulation for 10 years, very unlikely. Some AI rules are already being written